Hey, everyone. We'll take you into the intro. Hopefully, give some time for some peeps to get in here. Some of the misfits to arrive. And I'll be back. Hopefully, some time for some peeps to get in here. Some of the misfits to arrive.
Home in the valley, home in the city, home isn't pretty, ain't no home for me. Home in the darkness, home on the highway, home isn't my way, home I'll never be. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. Time is the essence. Time is the season. Time ain't no reason. Got no time to show. Time everlasting. Time to play these sides. Time ain't on my side. Time I'll never know. Burn out day. Burn out the night. Now I want to tell you what's wrong from what's right. I've seen suns that were freezing and lives that were brown. But I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. Burn out day, burn out the night. I can't see no reason to put up a fight. I'm living for giving the devil his due. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you.
Alrighty then. Let's get this shit show on the road, huh? Hopefully the misfits will arrive. The rest of us, anyway. Again, I'm sorry. I know I don't give a lot of notice, but I wasn't even gonna go live today. Tonight, and then I seen, some shit that went down today, and nobody else was really live, so I figured, hey, why the hell not, right? Why the hell not? It's been an interesting kind of day on these streets, as usual. Oh, joy. I have made no secret about how I felt about this Jolie situation. You know that. I never trusted her. Um, some idiot posted a comment. I never said that the DV with Craig was against Britney. All I said that it exists. She says it's a lie and it's not what it was. Well, bitch, check your facts. Whoever Terry Jewel is, check your facts. I never said it was against the poll. I just said that it exists. I didn't give any victims' name. Why are you putting people out here to give names? That's awful strange, don't you think? Don't you think? Awful strange. Trying to send people to do damage control there, Krypton. Might be. Wow, 2 o'clock in the morning. Hey, I'm tired from last night. But I just, figure why not come on. Everybody's chilling in bed. So let's say hi. Hey, Mystic. Hey, Step Not That Step Don't Side Eye Me. Hey, Rubber Ramada. There's my favorite captain. Hey, Catherine X. Good to see you. Hindsight. Dee Dee. Hey, Marky Media. Hey, Inspired by Flavor. Hindsight. Whispers. Good to see you, Whispers. How are you? It's been a minute. How are you been? Today was a great week. Woke up to some rain. Didn't last but a couple minutes. Here in Florida, that shit happens. Jolie is a distraction. I've been saying that all along. I never thought that she wasn't part of the team because I don't think she was on the inside of it. Hey, two sides of the same coin. I don't think she was ever that intricate in the team. But I've always said that she's. What have people quit talking about since Jolie started? Since all this shit? The court stuff. And then she goes too deep with Tony. They can't control the psycho. Well, okay, I take that back. That's not nice. They can't control the wild nut. Hey, Mama. Hey, Muffin Mouse. Good to see you. How are you? Kathy 514. They can't reel her in. And I've always said that she's still very much a distraction for them. And I still believe that she is in some way part of the team. And I stand on that. And then what she did with SF, and she knows it's the wrong information. Instead of that bitch correcting it, she jumps down on Queens, runs over and fires up a mini vibe, and stands 10 toes down on this shit. She's a panel killer. Every time you let her up, she takes over the panel. She doesn't shut up. She pushes her own narrative. If you don't agree with her, all she wants to do is argue you or put you down because she knows it all. And it's no, Julie, you don't. And your opinion isn't all that matters. Hey, Norton girl, good to see you. Even the autism community is fed up with your ass, and you know it's Julie. You know it. Oh, I need a toothpick, and I don't have one out here, do I? Of course not. Well, I don't feel like running in the house. Piss on it. I had one out here, But the littles get a hold of everything. Well, they're not littles, but they're littles, just not littles. Make sense? Probably not. I don't make sense to myself. It's been a day, let me tell you. And I feel like I'm getting sick. I've been feeling it for a couple of days. You know how you get that taste in your mouth and the back of your throat's all low, and your nose, your sinuses? Yeah. That's the last thing I need right now. Par for the course, though. But instead of this woman correcting what she's done, no. No. Why on earth would she do that? She going to double, triple down on it. That's why Joy is a perfect example of the backfire effect. When they're called out, they know, and they're, proving that they're wrong. What does she do? Exactly what the backfire effect explains. She ran right over her channel, and she fired up a lie to say how right she is and how mean other people are. Julie, they're not mean. They just get fed up with your shit. I'm sorry. People have been more impatient with you. You come up on a panel, you don't shut the hell up, and you just, and you don't go up on someone's panel to tell people to come over and watch your live. That is so fucked up. I mean, that's just common sense. That's just common sense. Total common sense. Or so I got. Not for that one, I guess. But she came in there with an attitude, so anyway. And she'll run from mess up. She has. Look, you can like him or not. What's being done is wrong. Going after his livelihood, his business, just because you got feels hurt that he shared a Twitter post is fucking insane to me. And like I said, I like Jay and them. They wanted to believe her. That's their choice. That's on them. I'm not going to follow suit. And this shit being done to SM because people got their feelings hurt and you're agreeing with it, that's screwed up. Sorry, but it's screwed up. That's just my opinion, though. So what do you guys think about all the crazy? Hey, Ange. Hey, Dimple Ducks. Good to see you. Oh, we already got a troll. Damn, they subbed up just to comment. Yeah, they're on sub right away. Hey, Chicago Bonnie. She don't like it when she gets called out. No. And honestly, who does? But even when she knows she's wrong, it don't matter. It don't matter. And she's wrong. She is so wrong. Now I sound like Britney. Wrong. And that bitch last night changing up the facts. How are you going to change up the story? You said law enforcement was there because you requested them. Because you wanted to fill out a report. Then last night, which we covered, and we didn't finish the live, but, we covered over half of it. In bed listening, I hear you. Good for you. Last night you said a whole different scenario. That it was because the social worker didn't want to come to the door because there was no trespassing signs and a gate. What I don't understand is the gates. Because the whole freaking area is wide open. What are the gates going to do? That made no sense to me. They're not the ones that put them up because come on, please. And Britt talking about at the end of her live last night, which we'll listen to the last little bit. She says, oh, I'm going to buy throw rugs and stuff. And she starts talking about how the carpeting is bad in the room she has it in. And I'm telling you, I told you last night what's going on. That chick is trying to clean up that house. That's exactly what she's trying to do. Because CPS, in my opinion. Do me a favor, everybody coming in, please hit that thumbs up. Um, what you doing, sweetheart? No, you gotta lay down. Where's your mama? This little one doesn't want to go to bed again tonight. Um, somebody better take too late of a nap. And now she doesn't want to go to bed. Dee Dee, I heard that. I agree 100. That's what she's doing to him. um, Brittany don't live stream in the morning. And what's the first words out of her mouth? Oh, I'm up because I gotta clean and stuff. Yeah, now she's going to buy throw rugs and stuff, which we'll listen to the end of it. Making excuses for the floors in our house. Anyway, I'm telling you, there was an they came, they inspected. I think she was aware that she needed to clean areas up, and that's what she's doing. And yeah. Anyway, and they'll check it, and they already have it come back and still weren't satisfied apparently. But I mean, in my experience, more people come in. But um oh dear. I lost my train of thought. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly. She's using it for content. I don't care what she says. But how are you gonna say you don't involve your kids in your streams? Ma'am, yes you do. Yes you do. I mean the delusion is real. But Julie, what the fuck you doing? What the fuck you doing? You I this one. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, now she just did another message an hour ago. After um let's see if she's gonna stand 10 toes down on what she's done. Or if she's now gonna try. It's too late, Julie. In my opinion, it's too late. Not only did you do the live, but then you went and did a 20-minute live today or 25-minute live today, doubling down on it, tripling down on it. I have no idea what this says, so I just noticed she posted it an hour ago. Let's hear her out. Oh Lord, this should be good.
Baited me starting last night when he didn't come up on the panel to talk, to showing something that I had good reason to believe was him, but cannot prove it.
No, you didn't have good reason to believe it was him. Stop your fucking lying. It looks nothing like him. And the names aren't even spelled correct. And had you bothered to pay attention, you knew that on Twitter, which I know you do, you suck at research. Everyone thinks you're so good at it. You're not. You know damn well, you lying little ass, where you got that information. Bullhorn Betty and Nick tried passing that off months ago and it didn't work because it wasn't him. You think that's what I mean? She thinks she's doing something good, or she's so special and such a deep researcher. She hasn't been putting out nothing that hasn't already been out here. All the Tony stuff's been out here. This has been tried with SF. Stop giving this fucking nut credit for shit she don't deserve.
And he said, put out whatever you have. said in writing, hands on a call to a creator to put out whatever I was withholding, which I had been withholding for
You weren't withholding anything about him because it wasn't about him, you dumb shit. You proved me right today. You suck at this. I've been saying it all along, and I stand on it. I think you're begging to be in a lawsuit, is what I think. I think you're so jelly that everybody else is in lawsuits. You wouldn't be a part of one. You have tried to destroy this man's career all because he liked and shared a Twitter post. That's it. That's all. That's what started it all. You are nuts, and you need to. I'm sorry, but she needs to seek help. I've tried to tell y'all, I have not bet my stance on this woman at all. At all. Because I never thought she was any different. She did not change. She's still the snake, always will be the snake, and she's a liar. I don't believe she didn't know. She very much knew. She just didn't care. She has been going after SF's career, his licenses and stuff, ever since he liked and shared a Twitter post from White Boy. Hey, Emma. Hey, CJK. Hey, Lisa. It's freaking insane. Hey, JC. Hey, Brittany. This is fucking nuts. Nah, I never thought she was doing better. I lost some subs, it was only 4 or 5, but that channel like mine, that's a few subs, because I wasn't on board with it. I didn't think anything changed. Once a snake, always a snake. They just shed their skin differently. And let's listen to her.
Long time, because I didn't think it was relevant in the case of Sebastian Rogers. However,
then why'd you put it out?
He said in a call and in writing on an X post that I should put it out as quickly as possible. I did today, and I said,
but you put out the wrong information, and you knew it. You knew it, Julie. You know it now, and you take things so literally, woman. You need to unplug from social media. You're the kind that's dangerous. You're the kind that gets people hurt, in my opinion.
That I thought the information I had could be Steve Fischer.
Hey, Fireflies.
Because he has gone by different spellings of his name.
No, he hasn't.
The person who filed this case in Wisconsin, a place I remember him talking about.
No, you don't.
Meaning he filed as his own attorney, something that Steve Fischer, the private investigator, does himself. I don't think it was completely out of line, that given all these factors.
What do you mean you don't believe it was completely out of line? You stupid cow. There was mugshots that looked nothing like him. What is wrong with you? Why can't you just be woman enough to admit you fucked up and you were wrong? Quit making excuses. And now you got this dude and all his information and his victim's information out here for people to go harass. Good job, Julie. Good job.
It was possible it could be him.
Hey, my Lord.
However, Steve Fischer says it's not him. So,
if
he says it's not him, then it's not him. However, the person that he posted a picture of on his X account saying it's this other guy, well, that's not true. It wasn't that other guy, because that other guy is 32 years old in the year 2025. So clearly he couldn't have been in an appeals case in 1998. Anyway,
neither could have SF. He'd be like 70.
People who are, in my opinion, more used to playing these types of games than me. Nonetheless,
that's not an apology, and that's not owning you were wrong. You refuse to see how wrong you are a lot. Just like with all the crap you spewed about the Proudfoots and the Bower Sox and their families. You need help.
Happy to admit there was good reason that I was hesitant to put it out. However, I did put it out, and I shouldn't have. And that's true. I still think it was appropriate to report him for one,
Oh my God. You still think it was appropriate to report him because he liked and shared a Twitter post?
making allegations against the neighbor Bobby's children that they were laying in wait for Sebastian late at night,
That is
which
none of
was
your business. Whatever Bobby and her kids are into is not your business. Who the fuck are you? Who are you? And how do you know they didn't have anything to do with it? You don't know that. None of us do. Bobby's as credible as you are. I'd take the sewer route first.
very suggestive of something that they could have done wrong without
Hey,
really
Darby.
any evidence or behind
Oh
it.
no, that's she's never going to totally apologize and totally stop this bullshit. She's not going to. Hey, fiddle-dee-dee. Because in her mind, she's not wrong. She just sat here and made every excuse under the sun why it was okay for her to do what she did. Mm-mm. And it won't stop. It won't stop.
Not something.
People keep giving her all she's done is channel build. I've said that from the get-go. All she's done, top one panels, totally monopolized the panel, spewing her shit, and channel building. Hey, Rocky.
A private investigator should
Hey, a
do.
blank slate.
And there's plenty other reasons that I think Steve Fisher is not a good person.
Exactly.
Those who feel very satisfied right now that they were successful in having me make a mistake.
You don't
which
know
I did.
anything about Steve Fisher. You don't. You are pissed because he liked and shared a Twitter post from White Boy and you said that was threatening and harassing you. Because you're fucking nuts, in my opinion.
By showing something I wasn't prepared to show, told
And
to
you
hurry
shouldn't
up and
have.
show it, and then I did hurry up and show it, even though there was reasons that I had held back on it for months.
Mm-hmm.
Other people, many creators, have
Because Nick and them told you to. Because that's where you got the info from. Just like Tony's information. You didn't dig that up. You got that all of JR and Nick and Hong and them. Stop it. Quit giving yourself all these kudos because you don't deserve them. You such a damn good researcher. How'd you get this so fucking wrong? I asked you the same question on Queen's panel. Never did get to ask my second question. Of course, you danced around it like you always do. I asked you if you're so good at research and wanting to find the truth, why you never went into any other channels and looked at what's being put out. And you said, oh, that's right. I should have. And you danced around it. I don't buy your shit. I see somebody that needs to unplug from the internet. Quit exploiting people. When you're not exploiting your own, you're exploiting others. You need to unplug and back away. That's my opinion.
pointed out some things Steve Fisher and
Hey, Dina.
associates have done that are really wrong. And I've gone after people who are, in my opinion, good people, like the gentleman who made this video.
Steve Fisher is completely unhinged today, so I was sent this post that he made about me this morning. I didn't see it myself because he had unblocked me, posted this, and then immediately blocked me again. So I didn't get a notification, and obviously because I'm blocked, I can't respond. So why
So
did you do
here
that?
she goes again. You see what I mean? There's no apology. And now she's putting up other shit. Hey, Happy Feet. This bitch don't never learn nothing. I'm sorry, but y'all can go ahead and follow her You don't keep giving her a platform. Nope, not over here.
Did you not want me to see this and or respond? As you can see, he is calling me several different names. And not only that, he's alleging that I work on a street corner and that I wash windshields for quarters. Like, what are you talking about? This is just another example of him either making stuff up or falsely investigating something. Because neither of those two things are true. I've never washed a windshield.
Dude, do you want us to dig into your background and the shit you were saying and doing? I don't think you did. Julie, you should have did your fucking homework. This dude is a piece of shit just like you.
The day of my life, and I've never asked anyone for a penny, let alone a quarter.
Yeah,
for
it is.
backstory, this post was him responding to a post that I made, which is right here, where I basically shared the fact that people are speculating that he altered the photo. And I was asking people what they think of that. Now, if you
you stalked him,
my
dude.
video, you would have heard me say,
dude, you stalk SF. You're weird and creepy. Yet again, Joy didn't do her homework.
I don't know if this photo was altered. I don't know how people found that out.
Hey, Blaze.
I'm not tech savvy. I can't confirm nor deny that this photo was altered by him. If he actually did his research...
So what are you putting it out? Why did you put it out and say that it was? You stalk this man. You lie about this man. You twist things up about this man. Just like Julie.
Know that I wasn't even being disrespectful or rude.
Oh, yes, you were.
To warrant this response. I will say that at the end of that video,
you've been rude and disrespectful and stalkerish for quite some time.
Did share an opinion, which is that I think that Steve Fischer is extremely unclear and that his focus seems to be more on engaging in drama and profiting.
He can't confirm, but he put it out anyway, just like Julie. Two peas in the pod, aren't they?
Of people's tragedies than actually advocating and looking for victims, in this case Sebastian Rogers.
What are you talking about? He's always looking for people. What have you done besides cause problems, little boy?
His posts on X, you would see that he does love to engage and entertain drama. It's further confirmed right here with this post that he made about me. He's literally proving my point and giving further clarity.
I know you're literally proving our point about Joy and you. You're a stalkerish dude. Stop. He's done more to find missing people than you could ever do, in my opinion.
To why I should feel the way that I feel. He is 100% unprofessional, and he 100% loves to create, stir up, and engage in drama. I mean, what professional speaks with this type of rhetoric? I disagree with things that Steve Fischer has shared, as well as other creators on both sides of the pendulum, and I've never, ever been personal or disrespectful in this manner toward any of them, because I have respect. Now, as far as him calling me a fraud, I am not a fraud. I've never conned anyone. I've never taken a penny from anyone, like I've said earlier. But do you know who has? Him. He is the one making financial gains off of victims' family members' tragedies. Look at right here. He is literally taking large sums of money from victims' families in exchange for him helping. He's the one who doesn't...
He's a private investigator, you stupid kid. It's what he does for a living. They hire him to help find their missing loved ones. Are you... What the fuck is wrong with you? You're just as dense as Joy. Of course he's going to get paid. It's what he does for a living. And yes, aren't you monetized, boy? Think you are. No, I'm sorry. I'm not sticking up for Steve because I got my own feelings there. But this is wrong. Oh my gosh. He did what a private investigator does. He got hired by a family. Lord have mercy.
Make insurance payments allegedly. He's the one who has been manipulating the licensing process according to his ex-manager or current manager. Look right here. And he's the one who incites and fuels drama and hate in exchange for clicks and money. Who is really the fraud here? Because I know it's not me. The fact that some of you guys see this
What do you mean clicks and money? He doesn't get paid for Twitter. He doesn't do any other social media. What are you talking about? You're the one getting paid for your clicks and views.
Of behavior and these kinds of comments, and you still choose to
Exactly,
see the good.
JC, but these creators will still give her a platform. I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, it's our channel. Do what you want, but I'm not taking part in it. I'm sorry. I'm just over her.
Good in this person is beyond me. This guy has clearly not inserted himself in this case for the right reasons. It's clear as day. And if the Proudfoots were smart, they would cut him loose. This guy is not helping them. He's not helping this case. If anything, he's hurting it. And instead of Steve and his friend Anna focusing their efforts on attacking me and trying to discredit the things that I share, maybe they should
Oh,
focus
honey,
on.
that's not hard to do. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do something better than Julie. I'm going to actually do some research and I'm going to prove what kind of crap you put out on TikTok. Sure am.
On themselves. Steve, you need to focus on paying your bills.
Hey, little C, good to see you. Where'd the sound go?
Has always been about Sebastian Rogers for me. My page is a testament to how much I care about these children and advocating for them, fighting for them.
Dude, you're not old enough to be an advocate for anybody, let alone yourself.
To find out what happened to them so that there can be justice that is served.
That's how Julie did her live. And she just ended it. Wow. So she put up one of his stalkers from TikTok that bothers him on social media, on Twitter. Now, here's what she put up prior to that. She didn't apologize. That was no apology. She didn't own shit. And she was rude as fuck when she came up to Quinn. Well, come on over to my live. You don't go up on someone's panel and tell her audience, come on over to my live and you'll find out. Okay, you literally just got home and you went live. Not only did you go live, you was over on a panel. And then you ran to your channel and fired up a live. But wouldn't you have called Britney neglectful or Katie neglectful if they wouldn't have jumped up and got with their child what they needed? Or whomever that is. Just saying. Ooh. Julie is well aware of everything she does. Well aware. Right. She did, JC. I said it from the beginning. She was doing nothing but building her channel off everybody else's backs. He's so quick to put out information. Let's see. An experienced private investigator in this hand and Joey Skolnick in this hand. I don't even see there being a question on who I would believe. Who has the experience to make sure they're putting up the right people? I don't know. And, also, this has already been tried on him by your team members. Oh, you fucking idiots. The same thing with Tony. That shit was already put out by JLR. The only difference is you showed the newspaper article. Congratulations. Big deal. The thing with that is I think you went further than they wanted you to, and they couldn't reel you back in. But I still think you're a distraction for them, and I still think you're part of it. Prove me wrong. Show me something that'll make me see you're not. Because you haven't changed a bit. In fact, because of you being able to go on everybody's platforms and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, you really are full of yourself now. Bet you she didn't lose one sub either. Bet you she didn't. Crazy. She did, Mystic. Hey, Phoenix, how are you? Uh. Me neither, Darby. That's her internet, not mine. She'll be back. She'll be back. Nope. Okay, Julie. Julie. Okay. No. Because sure. Don't cover. Mm, Let me repost the link. I'll redrop the link. Julie, I really don't feel good. Maybe this wasn't a good idea. But I just have no patience for her, especially tonight. I mean, you just don't mess with someone's light the way she has. Because you got some hurt feels. I mean, this woman did lives showing people how to mass report this man's license. All because she got her feels hurt. No, I'm not. I'm feeling actually worse. And, all because she got her feels hurt. And it truly started on Twitter because he liked and shared a post from White Boy Radio. Yeah. And the post wasn't anything outrageous either. It's fucking insane. That's why she was saying all that shit about White Boy. What do you want, Sir Duke? Oh, just look at you. You got your ears back. You mowing. Look how big you are. You're not something different about you. You're just not your average critter. Oh boy. Joy, I would never, I'm sorry, I would never believe that you didn't get all this from BHB, Nick, and Hong. Be it if they gave it to you or you just took it off their pages. You know, because it Twitter and you were all over Twitter. Um, yeah. Mm. I'm not sharing the screen. Oh, I'm sorry. I was. How did not? Hey, Fireflies. How did not? What the hell happened?
I think
It
you
was.
thought you shared it and you went to put the link up for me and might have forgot.
I haven't shared it at all.
Nope, we didn't see it anything.
Oh, let me back it up. Oh boy, that means you guys didn't hear it either.
Nope, not this recent one.
Oh boy, sorry about that.
Then
I'm
can
so
you
sorry.
wait a second? I just watched you here.
I
Do you want to
leave
have
too. I
juice?
don't
What
blame
do you want?
people.
You want to go drive back?
Yes.
Al, are you driving him back or no? If you wait, give me 10 minutes, I'll drive him. Sorry. As soon as you make a mistake, please hit the thumbs up. It would be nice, considering what I'm about to do here. As soon as they think that they found you in a mistake.
Yeah,
They're
Queen
like,
did let her have it. Good.
You made
And
a
you know
mistake.
what?
You're a liar.
The Queen wasn't taking it no more. You know, Queen has been. Hold on.
All I
Queen.
know, she came up on Queen's and she was hot. And Queen had to tell her before, let her know she needed to stop because Queen was showing something and she wanted to finish it up. And Julie was just being disrespectful.
Very. And then you're going to come, and the first thing you're going to say is, well, you come over to my live and you can hear it. You'll learn it. You'll know you can hear it. You don't do that.
Nope.
That is so disrespectful to do to anybody. No wonder people left. I wasn't even sharing the screen. They probably think I'm as nuts as Julie. Hey, Weeping Waters. I had no, I thought, oh my Lord.
You made a fool of yourself, right? And
you did. You are.
Can't wait to do it. Can't wait to say it. But do no research of their own. Right?
Well, honey, what research did you do?
You didn't even do the right research.
Julie, okay. Like, I'm sorry. Everybody's giving her kudos. And if you go back in my videos, and if you've been here, you know I don't.
Yep.
You brought up a news article. Woohoo! You didn't break out Tony's history. That was already done. That already had been out here, talked about. The only difference, like I said, and I gave her kudos for that, is she went and got the article. Big deal. Now they're going to be able to yet again spin something and say, well, she was wrong about SF, so you know she's wrong about the stuff about Tony.
What's worrying me, Kathy, we don't even know if this guy's still in jail that she pulled up. And there's how many victims from this guy?
And what else? Like I said, yeah. And people can now have access to him and his victim.
Yep. So Julie just got herself in a heck of a lot of trouble. Because if anybody bothers these people, she can actually get big trouble.
She didn't learn nothing today.
Nope.
She didn't learn a damn thing
No, she's
today.
following the group. She's
I
following the
just,
group.
yeah, I just played you a 7 minute live where she never really apologized or owned what she did. She didn't learn nothing. She doesn't think she did anything wrong. And I'm telling you, isn't it convenient that she comes out with this stuff on SF, which is wrong information, which is stuff that BHB and Nick and Hong have already tried to do months ago. So now people are going to doubt the stuff she put out about Tony being legit or not, since she was so wrong about all this. Distract more from the Tony situation. Now we got something to use to say that we were right, she was wrong. I'm telling you, it's all part of the team. It's all part of the team. Y'all seen that on Twitter where, or no, and No More Lies shared, where they actually had a Discord about the reality show that I said from day one they were trying to do. Everything that me and Voices have sat up here and talked about for months, and nobody took us seriously. They don't care. I'm a little channel. They don't care. No, every bit of it's coming true. Every bit of it's happening and been happening.
That's why I don't bother anymore. I just sit
Hey,
back and
Kathy.
I watch about Kathy, because when I do say something that's in my gut, and I try to say keep an open mind and just keep a watch. Nobody wants to listen to me. So I just sit back and I watch and I say my opinions, and that's about it.
Yep. Hey, Patricia. Hey, Catherine. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes it gets frustrating. I've called it out about Terry Lynn. Called it, it's so much, and it's just like, okay. The fake neighbor with crime lines and lies. It's like, come on. The fake bullshit over on TikTok with the Sebastian Rogers case. Stop. Man.
Okay. Well, my question is, because I can't find the video no more. What the hell is Good Nanya doing? Is she after Queen too?
I don't know. She's
Because there was a video she put out yesterday
I don't
saying
watch
about
Nanya.
exposing Queen.
Yeah, it just from my understanding, I did not watch it. I was sent a couple of little highlights, but she missed some important things. But yeah, I don't. She's not been happy with Queen for quite some time, and has said things about Queen. But I don't watch her, so I don't know.
Okay. Somebody in chat, I can't see what their name is. I don't have my glasses on. But that makes a lot of sense.
Hey, Freddie. Yeah, I know that from the clips and it wasn't from her channel. It was from Lemonhead's channel. Him reviewing part of it, and she was correct in a lot of what she said, from what I could tell and what I was sent. I didn't watch the whole thing, so I don't want to comment on the whole thing. But I do know that there was some things not talked about, not put in the timeline. And maybe there's just, I don't know, is it too big of a timeline? I don't know, but it's a very important facts that weren't there. Like what happened to Bash and why. And it was Emmy and Sinner, no one else. Sinner physically threatened that woman. She fell out with a lot of creators.
When YouTube comes to
We'll see.
be a big soap.
Exactly, Einstein. Good to see you. Yeah, and I know people were happy with me because I wasn't jumping on board with, oh, Julie, you're so great. You're calling out Tony. Nope. 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 Because it smelt to high heaven. And now they have something to use to say, oh, well, she was wrong. Look at what she did to SF. Look at what she did to SF. She's doing the same thing to Tony.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they say no
Yeah,
wrong.
exactly. Queen Bee ain't having none of Julie's crap. She's done.
Mm-mm. I loved it too, man. I was like, get her, Queen, finally. Because when you go up on someone's panel, I'm not disrespectful. I won't
No, that's
disrespect
fine.
the
That's
uh,
fine.
the
Try
host,
not to.
the channel holder, or the guest. Now, if someone's going to try to get on me, that's a whole different ballgame. But I did ask a serious question, didn't get much of an answer. But and then if she's really, the 7-minute video was no apology. Then she ends it with one of the young dudes from TikTok that kind of is stalkerish over SF. Come on, really? And you know what? He's not going to be happy with you, Jules, because guess what? Now I'm going to have to go do some real research. Not your kind of research, Julie. Not the Google, the real stuff. And I'm going to have to show where this boy on TikTok would go onto Twitter and go after Steve. Kind of stalkering. So he might not be a happy camper with you then. Hey, Shauna. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah,
who
she's
she
talking about that Matt
Stain
guy.
Outlaw knows exactly. I don't even have to say a name. She knows exactly. Uh-huh.
Yep.
That's how she ended out her not so much of an apology video. And I'll play it again because it's very short after she finishes digging her hole deeper. But like I said, this is their MO. This is what they've done all along since they've gotten involved. Since day one, I said it was about a reality show. I truly believe that, and I still believe that. Um, and they thought dog's name would still have enough influence in the reality TV world to take off, and it didn't. Of course not. He's got a horrible reputation. Um, but yeah,
Bad thing is, I used to respect Dog, and Dog knows a couple of people I know, and they are disappointed in him.
yeah.
And they tried to warn because I tried sending a message and
He's
warning,
desperate, used up,
and
dried up.
they tried to warn them
He
to stay the
didn't
hell away
care.
from him.
He didn't care. He couldn't even get their names right. I don't just blame them for manipulating Dog. I think it was the both sides manipulating each other. And he was using them just like they were using him, and they backfired on the both of them.
Yep.
But now she's no longer credible. And so everything she's put out on Tony, now they can, telling you this girl's still part of said team and still the distraction. And look at how
I
it
don't
keeps
know why.
coming around.
Joy gives me a feeling that that she's in a program that someone helps her out. That's the feeling I'm getting in my gut,
Mm.
in my opinion. And
Kim,
when the person, when the whoever it is ain't around, that's when she's pulling all this bullshit.
mm-hmm. Kim,
I'm just saying, don't hold me to it,
it's
folks.
his.
I'm just
It
saying it's
was
my opinion.
okay. Kim, it was a family member that ran his social media. He wouldn't even know where to begin.
Right.
He hit slaps in January with the title "Searching for Sebastian." Dog is looking. That's a good. uh,
Eh,
the clowns are all clowned up. Yep. I like that. Tortilla slaps in January with the title "Searching for Sebastian." Dog is looking. Can't get the names right. Can't get the story right. But he's a looking.
Oh, he's not even looking in the right places. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. It was not. He was never a part of it in the first place. It was to use his name and like this. That's it. That's all. Only
Yeah.
they discovered really quickly that he doesn't have the following they thought he did.
Oh, there was a lot we all found out that wasn't good.
Yep. Hey, Mama Duck. I can't believe it's summertime and I'm getting sick as a dog.
Everybody that's coming in.
I dread a summer cold because it's really havoc on the lungs.
Oh
And you can
man.
hear me, I'm so congested. I'm wheezing like crazy.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna ask you. Are you alright? Because I could hear it in you.
I'm going to have to go do a telehealth visit and get some. Well, no, he'll make me come in
Hot tea with
so he can hear
hot
my
tea
lungs.
with
I got to get
honey.
some prednisone and shit and a Z-Pack.
And hot tea with honey.
Ugh.
Hey, you might say ugh, but it does work.
Yeah, babe, isn't the link in chat? Didn't I post it?
Research of their own. So let me
I'll
just show you
repost
this.
it.
I got to share my screen.
Sorry, I thought I posted it.
You did post it. That's how I got up here.
Yeah, but maybe I didn't pin it. If you don't pin it, it just keeps going with the
Yeah,
chat.
that's right.
Yeah.
All right, this is what SF showed on his X post. Someone texted it to me.
Mm-hmm.
This is today. SF and guess it. I will go into a great deal about Julie. J is for justice, and C and Y. C and Y just happened to be in my trap. About how they're on Julie's channel claiming I have DV charges against my ex-wife.
Look, I wasn't.
I said it could be a
I didn't watch Joy's. Oh, I watched a few minutes of the live, very few. I didn't look at the chat, but I know I had seen people in Queens saying that Jay was in there supporting this and encouraging this and saying she trusts Joy's research. I don't know if that's true or not, but
Well, Jay's
then I
doing totally something different on his live. I mean, I did see him live.
Jay for Justice. No, if she's a girl, every
Oh.
day with Jay. Jay for Justice.
Oh, okay. I got confused. My bad. My bad.
I know little C, but I have to have it because of my COPD and my asthma. No, I don't
Somebody's
have
in
a
the
choice.
back. Kathy.
Yeah, pretty. There's my girl. There's my girl. Hey, pretty.
Hello, how you guys doing?
Good,
Okay.
Captain Ganja. We're gonna get you up here someday.
Come on, Captain Ganja, let's talk.
Come on, little C. Come on, Sane. Everybody, come on up. We'll fill the house.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say I had to go MIA. I was in Britney's chat aggravating her.
Oh, good for you. Did you have fun? Oh, she's live.
I think it was yesterday morning. She went live again. And
Yeah, to say she was cleaning her house and stuff. Yeah, she never goes live in the morning. And come on, we all know she don't clean. But I think she's doing it just like at the end of her live last night, the very, very end. She said how she's going to buy throw rugs and stuff. Yeah, they're trying to put the house together because there was things found that needed to be rectified, and that's what they're trying to do. I don't care what she says. In my experience with dealing with all this crap, yeah, go ahead, girl. And you keep lying, and you keep changing the story, changing the facts, changing the times, changing the people, and it just keeps growing. And you know what? When you're telling the truth, the story doesn't change. It doesn't keep growing.
And the rules don't
Britney is
change
live.
either.
Yep.
Procedures don't change. Rules don't change.
Oh, I will. True crime Karens, I sure will. That's
ex-wife.
wait a minute. I will be on the phone first thing in the morning because I can't play around with. I have asthma. I've had chronic asthma my whole life, but I have
COPD.
yeah.
Oh
I
my
just
God.
and it's severe.
Person, Kathy.
You having a real hard time today?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
you
it's
need
been-
to take a break to take your inhaler. We're all good with
Oh,
that.
I'm good. I'll be okay. I'll get the medicine. I'll feel brand new. It just, well, not
Oh,
brand
you
new.
gotta do a
This
breathing.
body's old, but
Do you have to
yeah.
do a breathing treatment?
Oh, I've done several today.
Oh no. I sometimes have to go to the doctors and have a breathing treatment with that big pipe, and I don't like
Yeah,
it.
I have a nebulizer. I have my own little setup and
Oh,
two
you're so
inhalers.
lucky. I don't want to leave my house. What? How did I get one of those?
A nebulizer for at home. Because my doctor wrote for it. They had to. I had to have breathing treatment. You can't get them all the time at the doctor's office. I
So,
don't. Summer colds are the worst. They are
yes,
the worst.
especially when it's humid and you can't breathe already.
Mm-hmm.
So what I was going to tell you was I saw that she was going live and I was one of the first people in her chat and I said, just please stop with the drama. I got deleted in 2 seconds. So poor girl just don't
Hey,
want to.
Kathy.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if you want
If
to
her
know this,
domestic partner, but
but Brittany J is going after another child, making another child's case.
Get out.
Let's talk about firestorm surrounding a missing child's case.
You're kidding me.
I can't
Nope.
with these people. Mm-mm-mm. What's next?
My candidate
Oh, she's live.
That's why I
let
said
the
she's live.
Is that another child, or is she talking about the firestorm? It was Sebastian Rogers. Because my guess, she's not going to stay on it long because she's not going to get an audience. Oh, God, girl, turn the camera off. Turn the camera off. Oh, but I could use that back scratcher. Mine broke, and oh, man, do I miss it.
Mine's underneath my bed.
I have mine in my plant.
Mm-mm-mm.
Let's
Oh no,
see.
she's not talking about it right at the moment. She's talking about something else.
Yeah,
It takes her 2
Mm-mm.
hours to lead up to it, you know.
Yeah,
That's
the
to
work.
say the way.
There's no way she's not going to do it. Sorry, she is not going to do it. She is not going to give up. Oh, Breaking Chains does such good work. She is very good at this, at investigating, researching. She is.
Who?
Nick the Asshat's conspiracy to launch a Netflix-worthy conspiracy on the back of Sebastian Rogers. Yep. Starring Does Gaboosh.
Another question I got, Kathy. Another question I got. Now, is Julie involved with the case that just happened in Pennsylvania? Did she have to pay any of that crap out that's
No.
going on?
No. Nope. And I
Oh,
also
crap,
think
right.
that's part. Hey ho, Dawn. Hey ho. Hey, yes, you girl. I think another thing is Julie feels left out. Julie likes all the attention, likes to be the center of attention.
Mm-hmm.
She may have her wish, she keeps it up. She may have her wish.
Yeah.
But
I'll
nope.
go to the trial.
I have said, and
Did I say that?
I'm glad I stand 10 toes down. And like these people claim, you know, and all that. I stand 10 toes down. Bitch, you don't know how to stand 10 toes on anything. And I'm telling you, the snake right here, she's not done.
Nope.
But anyway, it doesn't matter.
Mm.
They're the wrong person. I've never been married or arrested for DV or anything ever. Here's the mugshot of the Fischer they're talking about. Fischer. Our first names are not even spelled the same.
Okay. Oh, Dookie Doo,
Jay for
nobody let
Justice
you
multiple times
out.
noted in chat how confident she was of Julie's research. I'll have much more to say a little later after my company leaves. Okay.
I'll get you,
And
Sir Duke.
So these
Lord have
pictures.
mercy, I don't.
He shows this picture of the guy who he says it is. And this guy has a bunch of aliases. Lives in Green Bay. Psycho STE Fisher, Stephen M. Fisher, Stevie Fisher, and Tiger TIGAR Fisher. And this guy is an RSO, a registered SO.
And you
Right?
can see it is not
Curiously,
SF.
he had this picture ready to go. I don't know when he did it. That says 04. All right, maybe it's today. All right. So this is the guy he says. He doesn't show the date of the booking or anything like that, right? That's a little curious. Also curious is that the person he's showing is a RSO, because if he showed a picture of another person who wasn't an RSO, because you could show a picture of an RSO because of safety reasons, for any reason. So he picked the guy who was an RSO, all right? But cuts off all the details of the date of arrest and anything like that, right? And says, this is the guy.
Oh, I'll replay. Hey, Tinfoil. JC, I'm going to replay her so-called apology video. It's very short. And, yeah, that's, hey, Shoreway. What are you talking about my kids for? Don't come in here fucking talking about my kids. Don't ever fucking come in here talking about my children.
Cheryl, that's not cool. Kids are off limits. Period.
Where are yours at, honey? Huh? Where are yours at, troll? Maybe you should worry about your own fam and not everybody else's.
That's right. Calm down.
My
Cheryl.
children are very well taken care of, and they have parenting. Wonder what camp you come from. The no parenting kind? Yeah, go back over there.
Yeah, kids are off limits. Period.
Okay. Oh, I'm not worried about her.
Before checking, anybody checking.
It would take a hell of a lot more than that to get me. Girl, please. You ain't shit. There's been better trolls than you. Stop.
Who is this guy? Who is this guy that Steve Fisher says?
You mean you subbed up just to say that? Don't unsub then. You know, at least don't unsub.
Instead of checking who this guy is, not even looking.
You mean kind of what you did, Julie? You went by the information you got off of everybody else. What actual research did you put into it? Because had you, well, you would have went live with it anyway. Because you're just a fool.
She's going to start with the AI information too, you know.
Oh, boy. Oh.
Sorry, didn't mean to do that to you, Kathy.
No, it's like not another one. Oh, my gosh, not another one. I mean, I could make AI say anything too. So could you.
Yeah. Hey, we should do a news show like that one day.
And Joy, this shit has already been tried. I mean, people pay attention to what they're doing. They truly have nothing. That's why they regurgitate everything. Everything that she has done has already been out here months and months ago. They have nothing. So they use her to distract. Now she's lost her credibility. And they knew that she would triple down on it. They knew that, come on, Joy's so easy to read.
Oh,
yeah. You know, Nick is a master bullshitter. Tony is a master bullshitter. He sells you screen parts. Come on. You got to talk the shit to make the money.
Julie's just to be loud. She's loud. I don't see any other purpose with her.
Don't announce other lives. Can't be. Oh. Can we sidebar just a minute? Sure. I don't understand why the folks of YouTube decided to entertain her. It was so clear that she is that shit. Exactly. Because they thought Joy was, hey, she's putting out dirt about Tony. She's talking about bad Tony. We already knew about Big Bad Tony. Yeah. Did she show the news articles? Yeah. I gave her kudos for that. That's it. That's all. Y'all heard me.
Kathy, before he was even exposed, he exposed himself just by being the weirdo he is.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And he actually really literally did expose himself.
Wow.
It was a slip up on the Twitter there.
Or
No, I'm sorry, on the Ticker Talker.
Was it?
Oh, that was Tony's
It was a slip
little
up,
thing.
though.
Well, no, but I'm going to say it that way. But do I think it was little Tony having some fun with little Tony? Absolutely.
I just had to put it out there so everybody got the idea it wasn't. I don't think
she is so lost and gets nothing right. She gave TikTok a bad name. It's not like that over there for normal people. I think she was played and took the bait. Good.
Yep.
But now, okay, let the lives commence. But oh, look how wrong she was. See what she did. Now you know she's wrong about Tony. Bitch isn't the first one to put that shit out about Tony. She uses someone else's shit. That should have been out about Tony. We all done talked about it. The only thing we didn't do was go dig up the news article. That's the only difference.
But thank you anyways, Julie.
I didn't care enough. We knew he was a scammer. We knew he was a fraud. And that, it doesn't change. And she didn't change. And she's not going to change. Because I played that apology.
For probably a long time in RL. When you see people acting like this on here, that's how they act in RL.
Hey, Roro. Good to see you. When I played her apology video first for a reason. This was the video she did immediately leaving Queen's panel. Well, I'm not so sure she left. I think Queen kind of said, bye, bitch. I think Queen had enough. Queen was done. Yeah, Queen was done. And, then for her to go over there and cry and say, they're so mean. They're so mean. Girl.
I clapped my hands when she's like, bye, Julie.
Look, I am not.
Of it.
Right, me too. I was like, yeah, Queen, get her.
She just cracks me up.
Because she was mad disrespectful to Queen.
Yeah.
She came in there with an attitude.
She came in hotter and hell, and Queen had stopped her and asked her
Taylor.
to please hold on. Let's finish this first, and then I'll let you do what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
And she would. I mean, Queen literally had to yell at her. I'm sorry. I mean,
yeah, she did. She had no choice. And then to sit there and say, well, if you want to hear it, come over to my live. No, bitch.
She told her, no way. You got 20.
I'm not laughing.
You got 2,000 something people in here. Show it here.
I'm not laughing that she felt she had to do that. I'm laughing because I know she did it and it was funny as shit.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And she sure did, Karen. She sure did.
There's just some people you can't, just because you're louder don't mean you're right.
Exactly.
And I've been busy with Spencer. I've been able to look. As soon as I look, first thing I did is I go to the RSOs of Wisconsin. And what do I
Well,
find here?
that doesn't
Now,
matter
please
because
recall,
SF isn't from
the
Wisconsin
court
and has never
hearing
been
date
there.
of the appeal was 1998. Remember, it was 1998. I just want to show you that SF is so quick to put out information that people just say, "Oh, okay, SF, you're the greatest. You must be telling us this is
No,
the guy."
never said the man was the greatest. Nobody's perfect. I give him kudos for all that he does for missing persons cases, all the people he has assisted in finding. He does a lot of pro bono stuff. He does a lot of free stuff. But yes, he absolutely gets paid in cases. That's what he does for a living. That is his career. I don't worship him. I don't think he's some kind of god. He can be wrong just like everybody else. I don't like the way he handled certain things. But who am I? It's his life. You, however, oh, girl. Read my hashtags. Delusional. Seek help. I should have made one unplug.
This must be the guy.
Exactly, Catherine.
Hold up 1 second. Spencer, thank you for waiting. So you think this is the guy, right? Put a 1 in the chat.
Oh boy. Let's speed her
SF
up.
says, here is the mugshot of the Fisher they are talking about. Put a 1 in the.
Our internet keeps messing up. Sorry. No.
Sorry, my internet is crap. If I go out, I'll come back in. You just got to wait a minute. I apologize. I got to do this fast. I had asked you, put in the 1 in the chat if you think SF is right. That's the guy. He showed the picture. Let me show it again real quick. Hold on.
There goes our internet.
Nope.
Oh,
I'm just really worried about those
Hold on. I got
the people.
Hopefully.
Because we know how the internet is on here.
I know. That's, yeah. I'm just hoping that her channel grew after exposing TT. Julie made a great mistake today, in my opinion. Oh, yeah, jumping up on Jays and Queens. And, oh, my God, whose panel didn't she jump on? You know, that were bigger channels that she could get attention from. And when she does get up on panels, she doesn't shut up. And it's her way or the highway. You know, there's no compromise. But man, did she grow. And in the first place, yeah, some of her TikTokers came over here, but it was the green team that got her where she was with the subs she had in the first place.
Exactly.
And you know what? She stressed out. Every one of them got yelled at like she was a child and still has not learned a damn thing.
She passed an email about the quitclaim deed. She looked up articles that JLR exposed months ago. I gave her grace when she said she was going to apologize, but that lasted 2 days. Never took down my area. Hey, Patty P. Yeah, well, I would not hope for her marriage to collapse. She just needs to find a direction now. Her kids are giving her free time. Oh, and fingerprints don't lie. No, they don't. Oh, and SF has never been married. He's not the same age. He's never been to Wisconsin. I had no clue. She is just insane and would cost him his legacy somehow. He's gonna sue her, and I hope he separates and saves his privacy and money. Oh, I don't know. Like I said, I gave her kudos for looking up the articles. That's it. That's all. It was so hard that day to sit up on Queen's panel with her there. She doesn't shut up. It's hard to get a word in. She's always right about everything. It's always her way. You can't possibly be right, only she can be. And I only got to ask one of my two questions, and I never got a complete straight answer. But I let her know that I knew she was full of shit and she wasn't researching. Because if she was researching the Sebastian Rogers case, then she would have seen the things that have been out here all around, and she didn't. She only
Yeah,
seen them, their side. Oh,
yeah.
Patricia, thank you. Thank you
And that,
for
sorry.
gifting a membership. I appreciate that.
And not just the all the things that were going on, how many different ways those things were being spun.
Hey, Lady K. Oh, Lady K. Um, this is her response after getting called out on her live, putting out stuff and accusing stuff of SF investigates of being someone else and having a criminal record for DV and attaching him to an SA, being a registered offender. And oh, yeah, this is her clapback because she got put in her place over at Queen Bee's. And then
Yeah.
after this video, she does a lame so-called apology. That's why I played it first, because it's very, very short. And as soon as we're done with this, I'm going to play it again. And you tell me what you think.
Oh, goody, I missed it.
Mm.
You didn't miss much. She accidentally forgot to share the sound and the video.
Mm.
That's why
If
she's
she
gonna
looks like
play
an
it again.
idiot, I want to see it.
Okay. All right, let's get into this.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Julie. Go, Julie. Where is you? Your
Okay, here it
internet.
is.
Okay.
I will go to great deal. He says all this. They
Uh,
have the wrong person. I've never been married or arrested for a DD or anything ever. Here is the mugshot of the Fisher. They are talking about our first names are not even spelled the same. And then he shows a picture of a guy, cuts off a lot
You're
of information.
right, Rowena. She did. She cried over someone saying she looked like she had the C virus. I remember the meltdown she had and had to do a live because someone said she blocked someone in a chat, and she's never done that. She cried and everything. It was hysterical. It was insane. Hey, Denise.
I pity her. I don't know what she would do if the drama community would
False identity.
totally get her.
Yeah, she
Oh
wouldn't
my
make it.
God.
Oh,
From
Patricia,
Green
she
Bay.
did. In her way, her
And he has
version.
aliases Psycho ST Fisher, Stephen M. Fisher, Stevie Fisher, Tiger Fisher, and he's an RSO, registered S offender. Okay? Right? But I think there's a reason he chose to use an S offender, because if he had used anybody else to say, this is the guy, that would be bad, right? So stop sharing. So what I did is I went to the Wisconsin website for our registered S offenders.
Why? SF has never lived in Wisconsin. In fact, he said he's never visited Wisconsin unless he was a baby and don't know. So why looking it up? It doesn't matter. It's not him. It's what you're not getting, Julie. And you knew it wasn't him. I'll never believe you didn't know it. And I know where you got the info from. That Hatson dude and his Hong Do Joe, whatever the hell his name is. The Doughboy.
Oh,
Hong. I know. I'm purposely doing that.
Well, it's not Banky.
The appeal date was 1998.
She sure did, Marina. This all started with SF because he liked and shared a post on Twitter. That's what started it. Then she manipulated and twisted up his words about Bobby and her sons. I've had questions about Bobby and her sons. Number one, she has no credibility. She's nothing but a lying busybody, don't have her own life. She didn't know them people, had never even spoke to them people, never met them prior to this. So, we don't know. How do we know? For all we know, one or two of her sons could have been involved. For all we know, she could have been involved. We don't know. I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying we don't know. Anybody could be involved. Anybody
Right.
living in the neighborhood. It's
Like Julie thinks she can just nag the shit out of people and they're just
Happy
gonna
Cinco de
tell her,
Mayo Eve.
tell her the
Oh,
truth.
and guys, if you see Chroma Reels, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Guys, please don't forget to sub up to Chroma Reels.
Birthday.
I share a lot of we play a lot of her videos and I share a lot of her videos. Okay, let's go. It's Chroma Reels.
Wait, cancel.
Oh, Julie, come
Just
on,
one
get
second.
on with it.
He's like, please put it up. Do it immediately. Blah, 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 blah. Okay.
Okay, but that doesn't. If he told you to go jump off the nearest bridge immediately, would you?
Okay.
She would.
I mean, do you ever hear of taunting? Sometimes people. He didn't mean figuratively do it. Jesus, Julie.
She would
Because
say,
he already knew what she was going to put up. Because your team members already tried it. Epic fail, but they tried it months ago.
she would say, I'm too good to jump off the cliff. Can I jump off the bridge?
It's still May 4th. It's still May. The 4th be with you. I know the grand jury convenes tomorrow, but we're not going to hear anything till towards I think like later in the month. Later in the month. So that sucks. But Betty just gets more time. Anyone going SF is not going to get a good response out of it. I will back him up 100%. Yeah, this is just wrong. This whole thing that Julie's done to him, like him or not, what she's tried to do, picked up where Betty left off, filing frivolous complaints against his license and stuff, didn't fare well for Betty, isn't going to fare well for Julie. And
Yeah.
Julie having people do it on her as well, talking them through it. She went after this man's career for no good reason.
He hasn't even been
You
around in a
know,
while.
you know what? In my opinion, Kathy, she was talking to BHB. I'm wondering BHB didn't put her up to it.
I wouldn't doubt it. She went after him for it in the very beginning. Like I said, she started with SF because of Betty. He shared a post. She was twisted and manipulating things about White Boy, saying that White Boy was threatening her, White Boy and his wife, and they weren't. Matt and Noel were not threatening her.
I think
Kathy?
you muted.
Kathy?
Wait a minute, guys.
But yeah, guys, just be
There's a
careful
reason he
what
wanted
you
me
say
to do it
around him.
immediately because he had this all going. Here we go. All right. So what do we find here?
Sorry, guys. I had something I had to do real quick.
It's okay.
I always get interrupted. If it's not by one of the people, one of the children, it's by one of the pets. She's flipping Nelly also from Little House on the Prairie. Yes, Mama Duck.
Oh, my pets are sleeping.
Yeah, SF didn't deserve none of this, and it's Man, you just don't go after someone's business like that, someone's livelihood, because you got some hurt feelings.
No, she
Jeez.
wouldn't. She
And she
wouldn't
lied
like.
and said it was over what he said about Bobby and her kids. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. That's another lie.
She wouldn't
The
like
lie
it.
detector determines that was a lie.
Kathy, she wouldn't like it if it was done to her or her family.
Nope.
Now I got to go back up. Now I got to share my screen.
Oh, Lord, here we go again.
All right, here's the guy, same guy. I'll make it bigger. It's bigger than the other.
Well, stop showing this. You made your point with it. Why do you want anyone else harassed? And you know that's how people work on social media. Stop it, Joy. Just leave people's real lives alone. Stop it. You would put out so much misinformation and disinformation on the Proudfoots and the Bower songs. You re-victimize victims. You dig into stuff that's none of your damn business and is not YouTube content, and you put it out here. I'm telling you, you're going down a very short road, in my opinion. A very short road. I'm not sure how long your YouTube career is going to last. Just saying. And if I was SF, and I'm not a striker, but if I was SF, I would strike the hell out of your channels. I don't know if they'd stick or not, because I've never struck anybody. But I would strike the hell out of your channels. Or your videos.
Out misinformation and the wrong person.
Yeah. Right.
Other picture. I'll show you the next one. This guy is the same guy that he had.
Best off
Stephen Fischer. You know how I know? Because his alias is here. Take a screenshot so you can blow it up. His aliases here are Psycho Steve, Stephen Michael, Psycho STE.
That's not Steve SF Investigates. So stop it.
You know how
why are you continuing to put this out there?
Joey, if you're listening, you know how many people have the same damn name?
If they don't even look alike, there's no way that this could be SF, nor the other guy could be SF. The mugshots are nothing. They look. There's no way. Number one, SF is not 70 years old, so he's not this young, but he's also not 70 years old. So you are wrong. Just own it. Apologize. Take your shit down and move on. But you won't do that, because I asked in many chats when you were up on panels if you would take down those videos you did go in real life on the Proudfoots and the Bower Sox, where you went after a victim and you dug into court records and you read what happened to her as a child to the internet, which you had no fucking right to do.
Disgusting.
That shit should have been taken down. I wish Chris and Katie would have struck those videos. Don't know if the strikes would have worked, but do it anyway. Try it.
Stephen M, Stephen, TIGAR, and Stephen, right? And this is from 2011, the registration, but the photo is from 2025. And this gentleman is 5'6", 215 pounds, and 32 years old. He's 32. In 2025, he's 32 years old. Let me show you a bigger picture of him so you know it's the same person. Hold on.
It is not the same person, dumbass.
It doesn't matter, Jolie, who this dude is. For real, what we do know is it's not SF. Okay, guys. Okay, we got to... He's not the other man either, the 70-year-old. Stop it. This is where I mean. this proves to me where you got this information. You go get other people's work or so-called work and you claim it as your research. You fucking did not. And there's been shit about you on Facebook for a very long time. Isn't it funny how your life, your description of yourself and everything you've done and whatever is a mirror image of another autistic mom's, Julie? Hmm? Isn't the autism community at wit's end with you, Julie? Just like your TikTok community? You didn't run because you thought they were shutting TikTok down. Anyway, I think someone needs to do a deep background on this Facebook situation and the real reason Joy Skolnick ran from TikTok.
That'd be interesting.
Might just have to do that.
I hope it's not because she just feels the need to expose everybody that comes across her path because she's got a platform, you weirdo.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Sheila, good to see you.
And Kathy's
Some are
right about
defending
TikTok.
her. She has said and done some vile things. Yep. And and just because somebody has her up on their panel and, is supporting her now and taking their subs into her channel and going into her channel doesn't mean I'm going to turn against them. They're allowed to do what they want to do. I just choose not to be there for it. I can still support that person and I'll go in any other time. But she was channel building. That's it. That's all she used, y'all. And thankfully, Queen had enough and said, that's it. That's all.
It's hard to wish her well for Spencer when she acts like an idiot like this. And I hope she heard that message just now.
Second. Oh my God, stupid thing.
I'm sorry, Kathy. I didn't mean to interrupt you earlier.
That's okay. I
thought
do
you were
it too.
done. My thing's a little bit lagged.
Yeah, I do it too all the time.
Sorry. Of course, today I need to do this. Are you taking them out? One second, I'll take them.
That is how obsessed she is with this stuff that she can't, her internet's not working. She has some personal things to take care of, but she's so obsessed with all this that this trumps it. This takes priority. That's crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy to me. I don't know.
That's common sense.
Heck, the other night, it was probably a couple months ago, it wasn't even anything in my family that happened. I was live and a neighbor came and needed some help. I immediately ended my live and went, and that's just for a neighbor and a friend. I mean, if you can't do that for your own family.
Wait a minute. Stop sharing.
Yes, please do.
Share.
Granted, the dude, I don't even know if he's out of prison. Don't care. He needs to be in prison. But sadly, he has victims. And you know how things are. And if some wacko, like the little boy you played on here, on your apology video, the dude that kind of was stalking SF, he would be the kind to reach out, go at those victims, thinking he could twist it and make it seem like it really was SF. You people are demented.
Window. here, share. Then I go back here, and I go to this.
She wasn't.
Okay,
I'll show
here.
you.
Here's a closer picture of
Who was apologizing? Yeah, I'm going to replay her little short apology thing. Hey, damn Pam. Good to see you. It was no damn apology. And then she closes out the video with the kid that was stalking SF. Yep. Yeah, me too, George Ryan.
the guy Steve Fischer put up. It's a later picture, but this picture is taken on February 26, 2025. They list his date. I'll go back and show you again. This is the Tiger, Tigar, Psycho Steve, and all that stuff. Same aliases. 32 years old.
And, well, it was either him or the 70-year-old that you were going by, accusing us of being. You had no problem putting it out. You need to, Julie, start taking notes. Because how many months back was this when Betty and Nick and Hong did all this on Twitter? Stop giving her kudos for stuff she didn't do. She's using other people's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Looking up an article isn't that hard.
Just rehashing the old stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, she did. And I questioned if she even looked up the article if someone didn't send it to her. Now I'm even questioning if she did look up the article.
But that's why I said she's turning into BHP.
But neither one of the people do. Lady K? Exactly. Who said that? You, Wishful or Brady?
Wishful did.
I did.
Yes. She is exactly another, like an AI image, an AI version of full-on Betty.
Yeah.
Just with more AI. I thought you meant for the 2.0.
Well, AI is, the make-believe Betty. And what's weird is she's been extremely calm and quiet as far as, this crap.
That's scary.
It's a coming.
Julie's a 4.0. I'm telling you, this woman deliberately acts like she don't get things just so she can continue trying to be right.
Mm-hmm.
That's worse than Betty, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Aries.
Speaking of Betty, where's she hiding? She hasn't been live all day yesterday.
To see, she's got court to get ready for, she claims. To see a world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wildfire. Hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour. Aries, you always post such nice things. I appreciate that when you come in and do that. Hey, Tim C. Yes, grand jury tomorrow. She doesn't get to present to the grand jury. But we also won't know the outcome. They are kept secret for that reason. And also, probably, I'm guessing, late, middle to the end of the month, which just gives Betty more time to do her damage.
Well, she was supposed to have that paperwork handed in for discovery, and I don't even think she finally did that.
Yeah, but we don't. I can't wait to see what she turned in, because I just can't imagine Betty doing exactly what she's supposed to, because she's never done that yet. I could imagine what she turned in as a whole shit show.
Probably.
Which means it's just going to cost Queen more money because the lawyer's going to have to respond, which therefore that's billable hours. That's more money. That's exactly what Betty's doing. She made it clear.
Lawyer puts a PFA on her.
She's trying to get one on him.
Yeah, I know, but I'm hoping he turns around and puts one on her.
Yeah, I don't think he can, though, because of the case. That's just it. Neither can she because of the case. It's nothing but for her to waste time,
Mm-hmm.
drag things out, and waste more money. It's not costing her anything. She's representing herself very poorly, but it's not costing her anything. She's making money off of it. Betty's never did this well. The last that she has the last 6 months, never on YouTube.
Well, you
She's
have to
had
think
the
about it.
most likes, the most views, the most subs, and the most money since she's been on YouTube.
Kathy, think about it. Right now, she's got two lawyers from from Tennessee. She's probably sitting there asking them stuff and then turning around and using it.
Could be. I put nothing past these people. I put
Oh,
nothing past
sure.
Betty.
Oh, sure she is. She's a trailer park lawyer, for sure.
Mm,
Running around the street going, I can get you out of your crime.
hmm. All right, let me get back into this. Wow, this is only a 23-minute video. We're not even halfway in yet.
Let me show the next one
She's
quick.
being sidebarred.
I know.
Hold on.
Oh, Lord, no.
Whoops.
Whoops.
Cancel. Let me share. Let me make that
Quit
bigger. Hold on.
sharing this out. You know it's not him. It doesn't. Julie, you can show it.
Okay.
You can show the hell out of it. You can sit there and yammer all you want. It doesn't change the fact that you were wrong. You were very wrong. You should have never put this out. You should not still be putting this out. This should have been done with. You need to remove this stuff. Instead of you doing that, you continue this. It's not going to change the fact, Julie. The facts are the facts are the facts. It was not him. You were very wrong.
Oh, it's still not that big. It's the same guy. Male, white, Stephen Fisher, 32 years old,
Audie, that's a
5'6",
good one, Patricia.
Psycho Steve Fisher. Compliance indicates that this offender is meeting the registration requirements for the SO registry program. When indicated, some or all of the offense information may be available to the court. So yes, there is. First of all, I never said that Steve Fisher lived in Green Bay. I don't have any record of him living.
Oh,
Green
you
Bay.
have
If he lived
been
in Green Bay,
here.
maybe he did.
I'm
I don't
sorry.
know. But the point is, the picture that Steve showed is a guy who is the picture. Steve said, "This is the guy," and everyone,
Yeah, you're right, little C. Betty, I don't know what she thought. Because when she first filed this frivolous lawsuit to begin with, and then it gets dismissed and she refiles the same crap, she couldn't get financial support. I don't know what made her think that, yeah, I do, because she thought she was being a martyr for Sebastian. And she figured, well, this is in a real case, so they'll help me. Well, no, they're not helping. She's not getting her $30,000. Thank you, Patricia.
Julie, you're messed up. You embarrassed the F out of yourself, blah, blah, blah. But it never occurred to you
You should have
that, like,
seen my little's face this morning. His eye, it swelled all up. Oh, I felt so bad. And he was such a trooper.
Aww.
I cheated though. We couldn't go to the beach because he couldn't go in the water. He couldn't go in the ocean. So I wasn't going to go to the beach and him sit there and watch everybody else play. You know what I mean? That would have been, he's 7. That would have been so hard. So we hung out here and it was a beautiful day. So I cheated. I let him get in the pool. He just didn't get wet from the neck up. I just kept him dry. Hey, toe beans. I just kept him his head, his face. Oh, you weren't here, Freddie, huh?
I watched your live this morning. I listened to it while I was waking up. How is he doing?
Oh, he's a trooper. He's doing better than me.
Oh man, that's so sad.
He was such a little trooper. He
Give him
didn't
a
even.
big kiss. I heard you say he wanted to just get back up and play again. I'm like, yep,
Yeah.
she's a real boy there.
Hmm.
Good for him though. He didn't let him scare him.
Oh no, and he wanted to cry when they were numbing it up
Oh,
when the doctor was, but he said, "Mommy, Kathy, that hurt." I said, "Oh, I know, baby," but he didn't cry.
good for him.
He
Aw.
is such a strong little boy.
And give him a little kiss for me. I wish him well.
He's a little trooper.
Poor little guy. I hate it when little boys get hurt for being little boys.
No, he's
I
definitely. Oh, we're gonna be spending quite quite a bit of time. I have a feeling, and he wants to play soccer, so I'm looking. I'm going to see how much it's gonna be to, what's all well with signing him up and getting whatever he needs is to play. Hey, wacky tacky, but he
I
wants to
like
do it
that.
for the summer, and I think it'd be great for him. So tomorrow I'm gonna check into it to see what's what and get it going.
Yeah,
And
that's
my
a good
daughter wants
sport
to
for
take
him
summer
too.
dance, of course. But
Go. I hope they're both doing good and have a good summer.
I'm
let's
glad
get
to
into
see
this.
Why
your
do you
kids
put
are
up a
really
picture of an
active
SO?
though, Kathy.
Huh?
I said I'm glad your kids are really active though.
Oh yeah,
Me,
bad enough I'm on as much as I am. I don't want them on, on TV and well, they don't have social media. They're not old enough. And the games that they do play, their chats, they can't chat. I've made sure of that. Um,
yeah,
Awesome.
they don't even have the capabilities to. So I mean, they're too young. They don't need to be doing that.
Exactly.
But I limit their time because there's other things in life than a tablet or a television. We have tons of games. We play a lot of games. So, and they love to do build Lego. There's other things to get them involved in.
There you
Okay, let's
go.
get back. Yeah.
well,
Why did he cut
Kathy,
off the date to show
I'm sorry. At their age, they should be playing board games so you can learn their character and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Oh, we've
how,
been playing games since they could. I mean,
yeah,
yeah.
I always thought so. My kids liked it too.
We play
Okay,
every card game. Every. I mean, I have a
yeah,
whole shit but we use them. If we didn't use them, then I could see it being an issue. But we actually play all the board games that we have. And we do, and I do get the games because it's better. And they'll sit and play with themselves, against each other and stuff, or they'll have a little friend over. And but I
yeah,
encourage that kind of stuff instead of sitting in front of the TV watching videos or sitting on their tablets.
yeah. When
But
my
there is
dad was
educational stuff that they do on their tablets, games and stuff like that that actually, and now that I don't have a problem with.
right,
Um,
I just find board games and card games so much at that age so much easier to figure out how they're learning, what their character is, and things like that. It's just much easier to figure that out as a parent for your child.
Yeah.
So, okay, back to the wackadoodle.
Around here, I'll have to look into that little see.
his birthday or any other thing that might show the arrest day, for example? You don't have to put the birthday.
I know he did a soccer camp, um, like 2 years ago, and it was crazy what they actually charge people, and then you have to go and get, they need special shoes, they need this, they need that
Mm,
for a
need
camp.
that.
But it gave him the foundations, of understanding the game a little. Um, but he really wants. That's all he talks about. He's always kicking the soccer ball around, so that and he loves to play. He likes to play golf.
That's good.
Yeah, those are two very good sports.
Mm.
Relaxation sports too. Well, not soccer, but golf is.
All right.
he didn't show any of the information. Again, this is what he showed.
Tinfoil, that's
And said,
cool.
this is the picture. And Julie and Queen Bee and everybody else said Julie embarrassed the F out of herself. Well, let me ask this question
Today
to
is
Queen Bee.
Revenge of the
Did
Fifth. Long
SF
live
embarrass
the
the F out of
Sith.
himself when he
Oh.
put up a picture and saying, this is the Julie? And everybody said, this is the Julie. This is the picture of the Steve Fischer she's talking about. This is the guy. And cuts
So-
off all the things.
All right. Well, Julie, if it's not the Steve Fisher you're talking about, then what Steve Fisher are you talking about, Julie? Because
That is-
it's not SF Investigates. So which Steve Fisher are you accusing him of being, Julie? You can spin this any way you want. You can try to double talk your way out of it. You fucked up. You were majorly wrong. It's pretty simple.
Tell her, Kathy.
Take this damn thing off. Quit showing this information out. Just stop. You look like a total freaking fool.
Well, aside from the glasses, but yeah, you do.
She does.
Things that like his birth date that says he's 32 years old. And then, I don't know, I can't do the
Well,
math. That in two
what about the other dude? His birth date would be that, he's 70 years old. I don't know about y'all, but Steve Fisher isn't 70 years old.
No.
Not SF Investigates.
Steve Fisher.
So, which is it? Because, your other team members, pushed this shit before with the different Steves. Betty couldn't even get it right when she put it out. She was trying to say he was lying about being licensed here and there and all this, and he wasn't lying. And that he did this and he did that. Nope, wasn't him. Betty couldn't even spell the name right,
She
let alone
actually
get.
reported him, and he got a letter stating that he was reported.
Mm-hmm.
That is
Yeah,
such a,
he does,
a
little C.
common name. That is such a common name. She looks like such a dummy.
She should be ashamed. Yep, but she's not. Hey, Georgie girls. She's got her nose in so much crap, she can't keep up. What's wrong with that woman? No one has talked about SF in a while. She's just trying to pick fights, or she's behind on things. Relevancy. She's seeking attention, relevancy, and it's also a nice distraction away from Tony. And then, if she was so wrong, we made sure she put out the wrong information on SF. I do think, in my own opinion, that she was well aware she was putting out the wrong information. But then they could spin that. Well, she has no credibility. Look at what she did to SF. So what she's saying about Tony isn't true. But the thing is, people forget Joy didn't put this information out about Tony. She ran with other people's stuff that they put out.
Mm-hmm.
2018, when that court date was, he would have been like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7.
Oh,
I have
thank
no
you,
idea.
Georgia girl.
The dude, you're so confused. The dude that
actually, the last couple of nights, but I've actually been able to do earlier lives this last week, and I'm going to try to this week too. Because the late night lives are getting to me. And last night I just went live just because I was bored and everybody was sleeping. I'm same reason I'm alive tonight, but yeah, back to my weekly grind.
I was
But
surprised.
if things are going to change with the school letting out soon, it'll be easier for me to do earlier lives. But I know I have people that can only make the nighttime lives, so I'll still do some because I appreciate all my subs and members, and and sometimes when you can't sleep, it's company.
Well, I give you a shout out on my channel every time I see you live, Kathy. Because
Oh, well,
at the end
thank
of
you.
at the end of my streams, I go through it. Anybody that's live, and I go through and I shout at everybody that's live.
Well, that's really sweet of you to do.
Hey,
When
I
I go
figure,
live, I just
after I'm
leave.
done, people are gonna want somewhere to go. At least I can help them
Mm,
out.
yeah. I've gotten some really nice emails though about, because don't normally do the late night lives, but the last couple of weeks I have been, and people have appreciated. They were like, it was great to have somewhere to go. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But unfortunately I don't really have like a set schedule because, you know, I do have littles and I got to go when I can go.
We do
You
like
know,
to
and when
practice.
when I can go, because it's really hard to compete against bigger channels. It really is for us little
It really
channels.
is.
I mean, it's not like not. I guess it is kind of competition, and that's why I appreciate Clue so much. She is so cool about helping us smaller channels or helping anybody with a channel. You know, she'll share your link if she knows you're live or going live when she's ended. She'll let people know, and
Mm-hmm.
that's awesome. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Just like with you doing it, Fireplace. That's awesome. Hey, I'm a butter.
Yep.
A wacky tacky creepy girl in the house.
I've done it for years. I stopped it for a little bit, and everybody's like, "We miss that," so I started
I get
doing it
up.
again.
I get up with voices and go to bed with me. Yeah, voices was laying in bed chilling. I kind of figured we had such a late night. I kind of figured that she had a busy
I mean,
day.
a lot of times I'll come in and I'll say hi, but a lot of times I'll just watch from the bushes. Or what as long as I'm giving support to helping out with channels, I sometimes just
Somebody,
Well,
do that.
the great people will be saying, "Oh, look, voices wasn't up again." Guess what? This is voices doesn't have to be. No, we're friends off YouTube too. But let me tell you
Yep.
something. She also has a life, and I don't make that a requirement of my friends to be here every time I go live. I
Yep.
appreciate when she does. So go ahead, Grotham and all them. I know you're going to try to spin it. Please do, because you could be chewed up and spit out.
and it's so funny when voices choose you up and spit you out.
Hmm.
And Kathy might I add. You guys are hysterical.
I like your channel because you say what you mean and mean what you say, and you stand with it. I try to. Yeah, I have to say, starting out, she was so funny, and while I know so much about autism, but her control issues get in the way. And if one person calls something out, she gets in a war against that person. Exactly. And you're so right because it's either her way or no way. There's no other opinions. She knows it all, and that's that.
Can you imagine the struggles of the autistic person that has to deal with her like that?
Ugh.
That makes me sad.
Mm, yeah, no.
But
Ugh.
Steve Fischer put up in this picture and said, "This is the guy." And everyone said, "Julie just embarrassed the F out of herself," right?
You did.
This is the guy. He cut off all the information because this guy is third. This guy that Steve Fischer put on SF
Julie,
investigates.
because he wasn't trying to put out all the dude's personal
Information.
information and put out his victim's information. All he was trying to do was make a point by look at the picture. It's not him. Everyone thinks you're so smart, but I really don't think you have any common sense at all. And
Maybe start their
you can
t-shirt.
only make your posts so big on Twitter. Oh, Jesus.
Put on and said, "This is the guy." He cut off all the information, showed the
He
picture,
does seem like a nice
showed his
guy. But
aliases,
then
right?
we really don't know. So he could be, hey, your Kiwi mate, how you been? That's what we're led to believe. But then again, with this one, makes you wonder, what is he the driving force of the shenanigans with her? Because he clearly knows about them. Um, I can tell you one thing: my husband, mm-mm. No, we'd be fighting because there's no way he would. Mm-mm. The crap she does on here, nope, nope.
Oh no, my husband wouldn't allow me to even get.
Well, it's not that. Yeah, well, let's use a different word because I don't say that.
Yeah.
That's where I was trying to come up with another. It's just he would say you're better than that.
Mhm.
You know better than that. You're better than that. But
Oh,
he would
my
not
husband.
be so endearing and supportive, knowing that I'm the one messing up, putting the stuff out.
My
She
husband
is,
would embarrass me
yeah.
to get
Mine
me.
would be pissed, yeah. And so, but he does seem like, from what I've seen of him, he does seem like a really nice guy. But I don't know him. She is just smart enough to be dangerous. Exactly, Tim.
Hey, Kathy.
Yes, dear.
Thank you for letting me up. I'm gonna hop down. I'm gonna lay back and just watch you.
Okay, dear. Thank you for coming up, and you're welcome anytime.
All right. You're welcome anytime to come over to my stream. I miss you.
Okay, I'll pop in again.
All right. We'll
All
talk to
right,
you
dear.
later. I'll
Thank
be in the
you.
chat.
Meeting
All
you.
right, hon.
Yep. Love and hugs.
Bye. Firefly's is sweet. She's been with me a long time.
She sounds
A
so
long time.
sweet.
She's very sweet. I do got to make it a point to get over there. I've been able to pop in a few times, and I listened to some on replay, but I've got to make it a point because it's just really cool hangout. There's no pressure. You don't have to worry about bullshit going on. It's just really laid back, and it really is.
I
Nice
want
place to
to
hang out.
find. I want to find her channel.
Yeah. I'll make sure. Um, can a mod drop Firefly's channel, please?
I just want to.
Fireflies in the sky. I so appreciate you. Yeah, she's been with me a long time though.
Hey, hold on. He showed his aliases with an address of Green Bay, Psycho Steve, Stephen M. Fisher, and said, "This is the guy." Right? Hold on. This is the guy Julie's talking about.
And
Steve Fisher's post. This is the guy. Well, no. This guy here, because he cut off his age, is because the guy is currently in 2025 is 32 years old.
okay, so which Steve
the
are you
point?
talking about?
Who
Yeah,
lied?
what's the point?
Steve Fisher said,
No, he didn't lie. You lied. You knew that whatever information you were putting out about whatever Stephen you were looking up was not SF Investigates. He was proving a point that, yet again, the green team is wrong and accusing him of being someone else. Not the first time y'all done this shit.
She still hasn't figured out that the green team has just pretty much been dismantled.
Oh, she knows what's going on. Julie is very manipulating. Julie is very conniving.
Man,
Julie does a lot of behind the scenes shit.
She's gonna end up in a nut ward.
And she didn't do her own research on this. She's doing nothing but using the green teams. Stop it. And that's why you're always wrong.
I love it when you tell them to stop it. They're not.
Yeah, Fireplace, can you talk in chat so we can grab your link? Julie is hell bent to cause and spread hate over SF because she filed a complaint on his license and encouraged her subs to do the same. Hey, Kenna. Oh, she more than encouraged. She actually had a few do it. She walked them through the process. Yeah, and it all started because she got a little feels hurt over him liking and sharing a Twitter post. That was the foundation, the basis of her hatred for him, which is insane to hate someone over that. That's what started the whole ball rolling.
That's a child in a woman's body. I heard that lighter. You want to light my cigarette for me?
Oh no, I'm not. I'm not smoking a cigarette. I'm clicking my lighter.
I
I
know,
do
but
that.
you want to light mine for me?
Yeah, here. I do that so I don't smoke. I know. I'm sorry if it gets on anybody's nerves.
No, it
And
don't.
I had one person tell me that they can't watch because I clicked my lighter, and I said I'm sorry, but clicking my lighter is a lot better than smoking a cigarette.
Well, you know what? You want to hear the funny thing with my head injury? If like my son was sitting here doing that in my face, it would bother me. But you doing it on the internet does not bother me.
Well, I need to either
I
mute
don't
more or
know
stop
why.
doing it because I don't. Hey, Aaron, good to see you. How are you? I don't want to. Yeah, I don't like it. It's my what do you call it? My
Your little tick with your bic.
yeah, I flick on my Bic. Actually, it's some generic cheap lighter because
Who
I just
cares?
waste
It's a
them.
bic.
I just waste them,
Well,
because
it's
but
okay.
it beats firing up that cigarette.
I'm lighting a cigarette or a candle with a torch. A mini
With a torch.
so. Chronic,
See,
I think not.
there's fireflies.
There she is.
Yeah, you have been fireflies. She is a vengeful twit, mean spirited and vile lies. She's not right. Thank you, Hope. Just Samantha wants you to know she's blocked. She's blocked? What the hell would do that? Who would block just Samantha? It must have been an accident. Hey, Steve Bonbon, let me check. It must have been a boo boo. Let me go into YouTube Studio.
The only person we should be blocking is our ex-boyfriends and girlfriends. That's it.
Our ex boyfriend's a girlfriend.
Just
Oh, wait,
kidding.
it's not going to let me go in here.
I sub to you.
Oh, I can only do it on my laptop. Okay, guys, I'm gonna just stop sharing. I'm sorry, real quick. I don't like somebody being blocked. It shouldn't be blocked. And just Samantha's. It'll only take me a minute here. But I'm gonna check and see if she's on the. And if she is, it had to have been an accident because. And it happens. I do it too. And I don't mean to. But sometimes, especially on these damn screens of mine. Let me go into settings. Let me go
I was not
into.
for one channel. And with my nerve damage, my arm shakes sometimes. And I was blocking people left and right. I said, take my damn wrench, please. Don't forget to hit the like button for Miss Kathy, please.
Okay, I'm looking. She's not on the block list. Mm-mm. She's not on my block list.
Who is that?
Yeah, she's not on my block list.
Daddy said, okay, thank you
Oh,
for.
wait, I don't. Uh-oh. But this is an old one. And this isn't her. I'll do it because I can block it again. That's not her avatar either. And so, um, but I can block it again if the troll comes back in. Okay, that's it. Let's see if that worked for you, just Samantha. Sunday to Doodles. That has to be a troll because Sunday to Doodles has been in here. I haven't seen her in a while. I'll ask her tomorrow when I see her in Voices. It's like all these idiots coming in here. That's some wild shit. But see if that works. Hey, note to self. Hey, to Samantha. So now I'm wondering if Sunday to Doodles, if that's actually her, because she used to. She came in here and I haven't seen her, and I see her in Voices and we talk. I'm gonna ask her in the morning and make sure because like I said, it happens. Accidents, boo boos happen. All right. I do it myself. But I'll make sure that I ask her. Because she used to come in. It's wild. And that's what I was just thinking when I seen that name. I was like, wait a minute. You know what? Let me do that now. Something tells me that it is.
Mm-hmm.
It is her. And I can always reblock it if it's a troll. I don't pull what a Britney does. I'm not going to unblock everybody just so I can use it for my content the next day. And, say, see, I mean, I'm being trolled.
Did you say you're unblocking everybody but Britney, Jay?
I don't even have her blocked.
I thought that's what I heard you say. I'm not.
No, I said I'm not gonna be like Britney J.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna
I was
block everybody, unblock everybody just so I can turn around and block everybody the next time I'm live.
Just to have content.
Yeah, just to and be able to play victim.
Oh darn! I wanted to yell at you in chat.
Now where did she go? No, I can't find her. There she is. She shouldn't be. And that looks like her avatar, but we'll see. Like I said, there's like some people in here. There's at least 10 rappers in here. You know,
Wow. So
on my block list. There's at least 10 rappers in there. I was like, holy shit.
Rappers aren't allowed. All country music, eh?
Yeah, it's the same rapper. He just has so many different, so many rappers. He has a. Thanks, guys, for telling me that. There's been clones going again. I know, and that's why I wasn't sure. And like I said, sometimes it's a boo boo. Nobody meant to,
Yeah, I thought I saw Nonsense and Ange pointing out clones the other day.
And sadly, this is not going to cost her any subs. Actually, she'll probably gain subs out of it. It's just sad how it can work. You come out here and you totally try to destroy this man's career and his life on purpose. And instead of there being consequences, she'll grow. Make that make sense. Here she goes to finish it.
White tea nerdy. Are you?
Okay, this
is that
is
the guy?
stupid.
Is this the guy?
It doesn't matter. What matters is it's not SF. All of this is useless. This is you trying to spin it because you messed up royally.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Hey, Will be.
Is that the guy? Steve Fischer put it up. Here's the guy. This guy's 32 years old. Is he the guy who was in court in
Oh
2018?
no, just Samantha. Thank you. I'm glad that somebody called my attention to it. Thank you for that. Thank you guys for, letting me know.
No.
Nope, no accountability.
No. If people want to think that he said, put out whatever you got, and I did, and I showed it, and then he says, no, this is the guy, and he shows a guy who's 32 years old, but I'm wrong. Right?
Yes, you are wrong. What you put out is not SF Investigates, Julie. You were wrong.
And you shouldn't be doing this shit anyway.
And you look like a fool. And you can try to spin it all you want. And sadly, people, because, and I'm going to say it because everybody knows I go to Jay's. I like Jay. And she makes me laugh sometimes so hard. But I just don't agree with her on this with Julie and the coddling up and supporting of Julie. I don't. But I'm not going to turn on her for it either. She's entitled to have her own opinion. But that's giving Julie credibility.
Well,
or not, maybe not credibility, but it gave her a hell of a lot of subs. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And do I think it's more than the fact that it's because she's going at Tony? No, I don't. Sorry, but I don't. I think that's exactly why. But that's my opinion.
I was hoping she would have taken a little more of an educated approach from what Jay was trying to help her with. And she didn't. She just wanted to be combative.
And I like Jay, and I still like Jay, and I'm still going to support her.
Yeah.
I just had to see chat, for that one girl. Keep up the good work. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Georgie girl. I appreciate that. I just had to super chat you for that one girl. Oh, you're sweet. Thank you for that. I really appreciate that. I forgot to even set a goal for tonight. I suck at it.
Steve Fischer lied in his post.
Okay.
He did. I
okay.
agree.
See, here's where I have to dip because I did not watch Julie's live. She had to be showing some Steve Fisher's record to blame it on him. And Joy, now you're going to make me go back and watch it. See, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to give you any, Lord, there's got to be a way just to find it.
Tell her, you're horrible, girl.
So.
And I'm sorry, but I would trust. Look, when it comes to looking up people and getting information on people, like Steve Fisher or not, that's his job. That's his career. That's what he does for a living. I think I would run with what he puts out over what you put out. Because, see, you don't really put anything out. You claim to be this great researcher, but you're not. What you're doing is using what's already been out here. So what? You found a news article. Congratulations. You're very problematic. Very problematic.
I was talking about Steve Fisher. Steve Fischer is talking about an RSO. Hold on. Steve Fischer is talking about, yeah, please. Oh, yeah, please. Steve Fischer is talking about a 32-year-old guy. I was talking about Steve Fischer. He's talking about
well,
a
thank
Steve
you,
Fischer who's
Georgie girl.
32 years
I
old, who
appreciate
couldn't
that.
possibly have been in court when this. So
Aaron said maybe she's a content monger, and SF's name just came up when she spun the wheel. I see you in other channels, and you don't let anyone back you down in what you believe in. You were on panel somewhere the other night, and you stuck with your piece, and that's what counts. Oh, thank you.
We need somebody to come up with a character for a content monger for her.
Content. I called them mongers one time in one of my thumbnails, Aaron. I did. But we
That
need
is
to
a
draw.
good one.
Yeah, we need to come up with a character for the content mongers.
You
Yeah,
should
we do.
you should make it a jackal or a hyena.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay.
Fisher is telling you that's the guy. That's not the guy. Clearly, the guy is 32 years old.
Okay.
It couldn't be
All
the
right,
guy. But Steve,
Joy. Then tell us. Please enlighten us. Who is the guy then? If it wasn't this Steve Fisher, what Steve Fisher did you look up, or you got? I shouldn't say look up. You got up. Well, you looked up their Twitter page. You got off your little green team members pages. Um, the point being, it doesn't matter because it's not him. That's the whole point you're missing. It
You
is not SF Investigates. You put out wrong information. You look like an idiot.
If you put up Felix the cat, she would swear it was SF. I bet.
You're right about her, Georgie girl. You're right. She sounds so stupid. Yeah. Hey, Carolina. Happy Sunday. Wonder who's next on her list. She's unpredictable, Julie. Well, like I said, I still think, and I have, that she's still very part of the team. I mean, she's on the outer circles of the team, always has been, but she's still a part of the team. They have no problem with using her. She does their dirty work. One of many that does their dirty work. Um, they'll have a new target. They accomplished what they wanted. It
I think
makes anything she put out additionally uh, on top of what JLR has already released months and months and months ago. Any additional info, like the news articles that she dug up, which just go look in the paper. I mean, that's whatever. I've tried to give her kudos for that. I really have, but yeah, no. Anyway,
it sucks the life out of it when you do.
yeah,
You just
she's I just
a
because that's
covert
what she does.
narcissist.
Has to be the right. Well, it's going. Yeah, she always has to be right. And now they were able to now put into question anything she did put out on Tony, any additional info to what's already been out here. Now it puts that in question. Great distraction. Da da da. Done it again. Oh, she done lost. She never had credibility for me.
That's what
After what
SF.
I seen her do to Katie Prophet, what
Oh,
she did to her with her trauma. Hey, Lily Rose. Nope,
yeah.
that was enough for me.
That was vile. That's kind of like, I can't never go back to
Mhm.
you again. I wish your family well, but I can't never do you again, honey. I got nothing nice to say.
Mm-mm.
Fischer knew it's not the guy because he saw when he took the mugshot, just like I see right here, that it says his age is 32 in 2025. You just people want to witch hunt me. I know.
And no one witches, honey. Nobody. That's what you're doing.
I didn't say I want you to believe anything
That's
is proof.
Funny. Oh, yes, you did. Stop it. This is what you always do. You come out, because you're often wrong, Julie. Often wrong. And you come out and say, well, I never said I had proof. I just said this was what I thought. No. In fact, the Steve Fischer you were accusing SF of being, has the exact criminal record as this dude. Convenient, isn't it, Julie? Stop it.
Anything is proof. What I'm saying is,
Granny's is another channel
he
she
didn't
went
lie.
up on.
When he cut off the date of the guy's age, and said this is the guy, Steve Fischer doesn't lie. Only Julie lies, right? When people say Tony Mathis is not even white, and Steve Fischer says no, this is a guy from the guy she's talking about is the guy. Thank you, Chris. I love you. Is a guy from Green Bay, Wisconsin, who's 32 years old, who would have been under 10 years old at the time of the court case.
Oh, boy.
Right? But he's not a liar.
Okay.
Just me.
Look.
Right? And no.
Yep. Spin it all you want, Julie. Spin it all you want. You fucked up. And then you really were shitty when you jumped up on Queen's panel. And Queen let you come up anytime you wanted to. Let you just yammer on, yakety, yakety, yak, 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 yakety, yak. That's all you, for, and she was always respectful to you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Didn't she do the same thing on Nonsense panel and Clues panel? Or no, she didn't go on Clues, did she?
Who? I don't know. I don't know. Julie went on Nonsenses either. I know she went on Granny's.
Oh, maybe it was Granny's. And she did the same thing.
And Jay's.
Yeah. That's a loose cannon.
Okay, take the lighter in the house for me so I quit clicking it. Thank you.
If it keeps you calm.
Nobody's on a witch.
It just something in my hand, instead of a cigarette or a lighter.
Yeah, I told my son the other day, if I don't have a cigarette or something, I'm going to start sucking my thumb.
She was. Hey, Meg.
I basically claim SF Investigates has a record, and the record was for SA. Bottom line, you're wrong.
Yeah,
no,
too many gave her grace. I didn't. But a lot of people did. You're correct. But no, I don't even think she lost the sub over it. I think she'll probably gain. It's weird how the streets work. It's really weird how the streets work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sheila, I had no idea.
Well, she's so dysfunctional. Of course she's bringing in the views. They want to know when she's going to fall on her damn face.
Everybody loves a good train wreck.
Well,
SA, Steve Fischer. I said he put up. Oh, my God. You can't even explain to people sometimes. I never said Steve
now
Fischer
you're going to try to spin the words.
Steve Fischer, who was the private investigator with Chris and Katie, was not an RSO. But this Steve Fischer that he put the picture up of, who's 32 years old, the Steve Fischer that was the private investigator.
So now you're saying that the Steve Fischer you're accusing him of being is just the one who did the domestic violence, right? The abuser, right? That's what you're saying? So now he's the 70-year-old man? Wrong, Julie. You can twist these words. You can spin it any which way you want to. Baby doll, you fucked up. You was wrong. Again. It's not new. Again.
Put up is an RSO and is 32 years old.
Okay. How many times you guys say it?
Right? Stay tuned for more of Steve Fischer, private investigator. This is your life. Thank you. Steve Fischer showed his proof claiming this is the man in the 90s case, not Julie. So believe SF and move on, in your opinion. Yeah, go ahead, believe SF. The guy in the case I was talking about was 7 years old. That makes sense. Good luck to you. Bye for now. More to come.
You need to shut up and leave that man alone before you end up with some serious legal action, because if anybody, and then she ended it. Now, we'll play one more thing. Again, we will play her little quick so-called ownership apology after hearing that shit. This woman is batshit crazy. She is batshit crazy. Okay. Oh, she took it down.
You bitch.
Did she take it down? Well, we already played it once. Oh, no, here it is. I was saying we already played it. I could have just backed up. This is one of the worst apologies I've ever heard.
Don't ever promise me with a good time by taking that down.
Didn't Betty already say this about SF a long time ago? And he told Betty she has the wrong guy, but Betty insisted it was him. Yeah, Betty and Nick and Hong and them. Yep, sure did. Same shit, just like the stuff with Tony isn't new information other than the news article that she went and found and brought out. But everything else was out here. It was someone else's. It wasn't her actual own research that found the stuff.
They're just giving Julie the packets and she's following up.
Yeah, I'm telling you, my gut tells me that this woman has not changed a bit and she's still part of the so-called team.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I played this in the beginning, and then I wanted to play it first, and then I played you her when she got kicked out of Queens or kicked off the panel because she was so disrespectful. She ran and did a live to respond to it. And that's the one we just watched. And she said, oh, they were so mean. You know, when you think people are nice, they're not. And, you know, poor Julie.
That works for your husband, but not the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm. Even after this and all the backlash she's getting, she decides to do this so-called apology. Now we'll watch it again and see if you think differently after witnessing what we just did. Now here's her so-called apology.
In my opinion, baited me starting last night when he didn't come up on the panel to talk, to showing something that I had good reason to believe was him, but cannot prove it. And he said, put out whatever you have, said in writing, hands on a call to a creator.
How do you, wait a minute, you can't prove it. You have strong information, which is court documentation and mugshots, and you can't prove it's him? Does that even fucking make sense to anybody?
Why is she winking that one eye? Did you get your point across, Julie?
I mean, he was arrested and served time for DV. There would be mugshots. He also would have to be like 70 years old. And I don't know how old Steve Fischer is, but I don't think he's anywhere near 70 years old. No. Just my opinion, you know.
Holding, which I had been with.
And yeah, did he get upset over Julie being up there on Jay's? Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Oh, boy, didn't he?
However, I get it. I get his reaction. These people have went after his real life, his career for months. This one here was trying to get everybody to report on his license so that he'd lose his license. So I get why he was fed up. You know, just because he's a private investigator doesn't mean that he should be up here and not respond. He's a human being. He puts his pants on the same way we all do. Of course he's going to have a reaction. Anybody would after months of this shit by multiple team members. So, you know, did I like the way he did it? No. No, not at all. But I also know what kind of help he's been in many cases.
Yeah.
Um, but it doesn't give him a pass for bad behavior. Absolutely not. I think it was emotions. And it happened. And he has apologized. I think he should have apologized to Jay. But he, I guess didn't put her in his blanket apology or whatever. And he fell short there, in my opinion. But
You
yeah,
just
things
have
just get out of hand and things aren't handled right, and look at where it ends up happening.
And didn't he take himself off of Sebastian's case?
No, he's still there.
Okay.
Because
Well,
even after that, he posted going down. But it's like I don't know. He still was going to do things, but like you know, he thought. I mean, he thought that Clue had turned on him and Jay had turned on him, and I don't know. It's a whole weird situation. But at
yeah,
the end of the day, he's just a human being like the rest of us. Given a private, just because he's a private investigator and he looks for missing people or missing kids, doesn't okay. Um, some people put him way up here on some kind of pedestal, and no, I mean,
in my opinion,
no,
it
it's his
shows.
job.
Yeah, in my opinion, it shows me that Julie has no respect for anybody
Oh
of
no,
any type of authority. And an investigator is an authority figure. He is gathering information for investigations that you have no business cracking your big nose in, woman.
yeah, and she's the one who went after him. She's the
Mm-hmm.
one filing frivolous complaints on his license and encouraging other people to do it. So I
Yeah,
totally get his frustration and and really just anger and fed up. I just wish things could have been handled better, differently, maybe. Maybe better is not the right word because I can't tell someone how to feel or, you know,
right.
respond to the constant assaults on his life that these people have done. Um, but maybe they could have been, you know, done differently. It would have, you know, it just wasn't handled. But in
With
my opinion, the right
couth,
way.
with a little more couth, maybe.
Yeah.
because I didn't think it was relevant in the case of Sebastian Rogers. However, again, he said in a call and in writing on an X post that I should put it out as quickly as possible. I did today, and I said the reasons that I thought the information I had could be Steve Fischer, because he has gone by different spellings of his name. The person who filed this case in Wisconsin, a place I remember him talking about, and did it pro se, meaning he filed as his own attorney, something that Steve Fischer, the private investigator, does himself. I don't think it was completely out of line that given all these factors, it was possible it could be him. However, Steve Fischer says it's not him. So if he says it's not him, then it's not him. However, the person that he posted a picture of on his X account saying it's this other guy, well, that's not true. It wasn't that other guy because that other guy is 32 years old in the year 2025. So clearly he couldn't have been in an appeals case in
Okay,
1992.
so wait a minute. You ran with this information knowing you couldn't confirm it was him. And apparently, we're lame in your research because if you would have researched this Steve Fisher criminal, you would have found his mugshot. So either you're lying and you knew all along and had the mugshot. Oh, what was that screech?
Well, I don't know. I didn't have one.
Either you're lying or you do some. It's coming from your mic, I think. Maybe pull it away from. Maybe it'll pull it away from your face a
Is
little
that
bit. Sometimes I do it. Um.
is that a little better?
Let me talk now. Yeah, I don't hear it now. Or you flat out did no research, which I also suspect, and you are running with the information that Bullhorn and the other team members put out. But you've made it clear that you couldn't verify this information. So why are you even putting it out in the first place?
Anyway, as I said, I took the bait from people who are, in my opinion, more used to playing these types of games than me. Nonetheless,
I don't
I'm happy
believe
to
that.
admit there was good reason that I was hesitant to put it out. However, I did put it out, and I shouldn't have. And that's true. I still think it was appropriate to report him for one, making allegations against the neighbor Bobby's children that they were
They weren't
being
allegations, they were questions. And I've had the same questions, and so has other people. Because, Julie, you don't know. You have no idea if any of them were involved with Sebastian's disappearance. No more than we do. You don't know.
wait for Sebastian late at night, which was very suggestive of something that they could have done wrong without really any evidence or behind it. Not something
No, I believe what was talked about is, there was a game these teenagers were playing and stuff. That's none of your business to report his license for. He's allowed to have an opinion. Just like you have all these crazy off the wall opinions. You don't take his license away or try to take his livelihood away because he has an opinion.
investigator should do. And there's plenty other reasons that I think Steve Fischer is not a good person.
Oh, I know the main one because he shared and liked a post by Whiteboard Radio. That's your main bitch with him. Because, see, you went at him for Betty and the team. But when he shared that post, it became personal for you, which is ridiculous. But it's you. So, no surprise there. Does she think she is going to be president of YouTube or what? Oh, don't give her no ideas. Oh, no, you're fine, Georgia girl. You're fine. We like opinions here. We like to talk, and that's how you bounce things around.
I think first she might want to try for mayor of the bathroom.
It was your dog barking. Oh, good night. Whoever's going to Patricia or no. So, however, oh, Shauna, good night. Thank you for coming in, hanging out with us. Thank you, thank you.
Those who feel very satisfied right now that they were successful in having me make a mistake, which I did by showing something I wasn't prepared to show, told to hurry up and show it, and then I did hurry up and show it, even though there was reasons that I had held back on it for months. Other people, many creators, have pointed out some things Steve Fischer and associates have done that are really wrong. And I've gone after people who are, in my opinion, good people, like the gentleman who made this video.
Steve
This dude is not, I'm sorry. From what I do know of him, nah. He kind of stalkerish with that stuff investigates. He really is. This kid is Okay.
Fisher is
looks
completely
And you
like
don't know this dude,
he
Julie.
looks like trouble.
Yeah. And she doesn't know him. He's just on TikTok. She doesn't like know him personally, just like she doesn't know anything about Bobby and her sons. She don't know them. So
unhinged today. So I
now
was
this
sent
is her apology video. She was wrong for putting it out only because she didn't vet it. She couldn't say it was him. She couldn't prove it was him. Should have been enough red flags or not put it out. So then she ends it with the kid that was kind of stalkerish with SF. Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Mm-mm.
post that he made about me this morning. I didn't see it myself because he had unblocked me, posted this, and then immediately blocked me again. So I didn't get a notification, and obviously because I'm blocked, I can't respond. So why did you do that? Did you not want me to see this and or respond? As you can see, he is calling me several different names, and not only that, he's alleging that I work on a street corner and that I wash windshields for quarters. Like, what are you talking about? This is just another example of him either making
Dude, you kind of, I mean, you could say you kind of stalked SF. This young kid thinks he's something, man. Thinks he's some hot over there on TikTok. You're about to sleep. I hear you.
They've had about enough of these young kids with cameras thinking they can just go around and exposing people and violating their elders.
Yeah, he just became like kind of weirdly, kind
Just
of,
by, just
kind
by
of
the way,
obsessing over
yeah,
SF. He did.
just by
He
the
just,
way he's talking.
yeah, he did. He, like I said, it's kind of stalkerish. It was wild.
Mm.
making stuff up or falsely investigating something, because neither of those two things are true. I've never washed a windshield a day in my life, and I've never asked anyone for a penny, let alone a quarter. For backstory, this post was him responding to a post that I made,
Are you not monetized?
which is right here, where I basically shared the fact that people are speculating that he altered the photo. And I was
No,
asking
you
people what they
lied.
think of that. Now, if you actually watched my video, you would
No one was speculating but you. Like I said, I don't know what you're why, but it's kind of weird how you kind of like stalk SF, dude. It really is.
have heard me say that I don't know if this photo was altered. I don't know how people found that out.
Oh,
I'm not
that's
tech
not
savvy. I
true.
can't confirm nor deny that this photo was altered by him. If he actually did his research, he would
Mm-mm.
know that I wasn't even being disrespectful or rude with this post to warrant this response. I will say that at the end of that video, I think I did share an opinion, which is that I think that Steve Fisher is extremely unclear and that his focus seems to be more on engaging in drama and profiting off of
Okay,
people's
he
tragedy.
wonders why he got a response because he didn't do anything wrong in that video. But then at the end, he talked all kind of mad shit about him. Dude, seriously.
And actually advocating and looking for victims, in this case Sebastian Rogers. But just looking at his posts
Oh,
on
honey,
X,
you're
he was
not old. You're not even what behind the ears. You're no advocating for nobody but your little TikTok channel. That's it. That's all.
see that he does love to engage and entertain drama. It's further confirmed right here with this post that he made about me. He's literally proving my point and giving further clarity as to why I should feel the way that I feel. He is 100% unprofessional, and he 100% loves to create, stir up, and engage in drama. I mean, what professional speaks with this type of rhetoric? I've disagreed with things that Steve Fisher has shared, as well as other creators on both sides of the pendulum, and I've never ever been personal or disrespectful in this manner toward any of them.
That's okay. I'm doing some digging. Hey, beautiful sunflower. I'm doing some digging.
We need research on this child because I just don't like the way he's talking,
Mm,
period.
and for
About
my
somebody that is a very reprimandable person in life. This is a guy that helps
you mean
out.
reputable.
Right, right. You get what I mean.
Right. He's a TikToker. He's a young TikToker who kind of, I don't know if it was an infatuation or I don't know, but he just kind of was
It's like
kind of stalkerish with SF.
he learned a whole bunch of new language being on social media, and he was going to try it out on SF.
With this
Anything.
post, but your other posts are rude because you're blaming SF when you have zero proof. Yep. Aligned. Yep.
Because I have respect. Now, as far as him calling me a fraud, I am not a fraud. I've never conned anyone. I've never taken a penny from anyone, like I've said earlier. But do you know who has? Him. He is the one making.
Well, no shit. Guess what? He's a private investigator. He gets hired by families to help find their missing loved ones. That's what he does for a career. Of course, he's getting paid. It's his job. And you're a liar. You telling me you've never gotten a penny on TikTok? Bet that's not true. But of course, Steve is getting paid. It's his damn career.
And his wife is spending his money.
No, he don't have a wife.
Oh, darn. His girlfriend.
Steve's never been married.
His girlfriend, then. Somebody is.
All she had to say was she was sorry and just move on from SF. Get back to Tony. She's not going to do it. She did not say she was sorry. She, in fact, said she wasn't. What she was, she just shouldn't have put it out. She was wrong for that, but that's it. But not about what she's saying about SF. She's standing down on that. And that's why she played this little punk to end out her video. And she said there's more to come on SF. Good luck with that, Julie.
Leave the guy alone, for crying out loud.
And, like I said, distract from the information being put out about Tony. Yet again, because last time the information was put out, they claimed it wasn't Tony. It was, they got it wrong. They got his ID wrong. It was Tony.
I got a train coming, so I'm muting.
Okay.
Financial gains off of victims' family members' tragedies. Look at right here. He is literally taking large sums of money from victims' families in exchange for him helping. He's the one who...
For him helping? No. For him working the cases. It is his job, you dumb shit. Now, you see what I mean? She knew exactly what she was doing playing this kid from TikTok. He's taking large sums of money for helping. No, he's actually working a case. He is hired as a private investigator. This tells me everything I need to know about you. You're very young, very immature, and you got a lot of learning to do. Shame on her name. Shame. Come on now, play.
Who doesn't make insurance payments allegedly. He's the one who has been manipulating the licensing process according to his ex-manager or current manager. Look right here. And he's the one who incites and fuels drama and hate in exchange for clicks and money. Who is really the fraud here? Because I know it's not me. The fact that some of you guys see this kind of behavior and these kinds of comments...
Dude,
and
you don't even know why this... What are you still doing up? Oh my Lord. Let me play the video.
you still choose to see the good in this person is beyond me. This guy has clearly not inserted himself in this case for the right reasons. It's clear as day. And if the Proudfoots were smart, they would cut him loose. This guy is not helping them. He's not helping this case. If anything, he's hurting it. And instead of Steve and his friend Anna focusing their efforts on attacking me and trying to discredit the things that I share, maybe they should focus on themselves. Steve, you need to focus on paying your bills. Has always been about Sebastian Rogers for me. My page is a testament to how much I care about these children and advocating for them, fighting for them, and trying to find out what happened to them so that there can be justice that is served.
I think you're muted.
I'm sorry, guys. The little woke up, and I was
Oh.
just yelling at. I was just yelling at the mom because it's after 1:00 in the morning.
Oh no, the baby woke up.
Yeah, my mama's right there. It's after 1:00 in the morning. She still shouldn't be up. Sorry, but she shouldn't. Or she woke up. You put her back to bed. It's after 1:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
All I'm going to say is that Bev is not 32 or 70. He is far from either age. He is not the one to encouraging hate or anything.
Yeah.
They have been.
If we know his age, don't say it either. Julie don't need to know it.
Oh, she's crying. She's gonna wake up the other kids.
Mm-mm. No parties in the middle of the night, Aunt Kathy.
No, it'll be up to me to put her to bed. I just yelled at her mom and I was pissed. I was serious. Sorry. But put that goddamn phone down and take care.
Sometimes you got to do it. Sometimes they need guidance, you know.
She's a young teen mom. She's learning.
Yeah. And if you come off like a little, oh no, you can't do that.
Oh, I didn't mute, so I'm sure you guys heard me yelling at her.
No, we didn't. I didn't hear nothing. No,
I didn't mute.
You muted, and then you came back with that, and I'm like, okay, she muted. But we hope one day Julie will understand that the things people are trying to get her to understand is that not only do you look wrong, you sound wrong, and your information's wrong.
She sounds like a whole fucking clown.
Yes. Well, at least she put the microphone down. I hope her husband.
It broke.
Oh yeah, we had a party.
Or something. She said she was getting a new one like weeks and weeks ago, and I'm thankful she hasn't.
No,
I'm sorry, but you can do parodies all you want, but you don't make them about the victim or the victim's family, or a missing child's family members. That wasn't even funny. Her parodies aren't funny though. They're just stupid.
Yes, that was gross. It was gross. So I'm glad the microphones broke.
I'm guessing she said she had to get a new one. She hasn't used it, thankfully. Don't give her no ideas, pretty.
No, I'm not going to say it again. I'm so sorry. I bought them all.
This woman is beyond.
I love it when you yell at me, Kathy.
I didn't yell. Should have heard me a minute ago. I was yelling. I was like, don't mouth back to me, child. It's after 1:00 in the morning. Are you fucking kidding me?
Look, my son wants to talk to me constantly all day long. I'm like, look, I got head injuries over here. Can I absorb this?
I'll go in and put her in bed with me, and she'll be back asleep in 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, you do spend a lot of time with her, so
yeah,
it's hard. It's a hard thing. My son's Nana was.
Well, she's 17 and doesn't want no one to tell her what to do, or it's her kid. Well, honey, you're still a kid.
Yeah. My dad used to say, I don't care if you're 50 and I'm 70, you're still my kid and I'm still going to tell you what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And you had to respect that.
Exactly, Georgie girl. Yeah, that kid from, like I said, to me it was kind of stalkerish.
Yeah, he was. And bossy. Like, who talks to people
That's why I
like
was. You got it, Kenna, and that's why I said something. I'm like, put the fucking phone down. Child, nope. I'll take care of it in the morning. I'm still pissed about it.
Yeah. So, how is everything else going? I also heard your husband's on vacation right now, reluctantly.
Permanently, for at least from that job. Yeah, I know he was applying for a few, but a couple of them couldn't get past his age.
Yeah.
It's like
My,
that sucks. It shouldn't matter if you have the experience and the
Mhm.
training and all the certifications you need and everything. It shouldn't matter.
You would think so. My brother worked at a hotel for 25 years and they just up and told him, we're going to let you go.
Well, they called him into the office so he could go out and let all his crew go.
Oh, no.
And he was like, "Why are you putting that on me? That's
Oh,
on you." But they do what
that's,
they do. We was hoping there was going to be some type of severance package, because he was management. He was the supervisor, but nope, nope.
well, well, tell that man he's keeping me a praying person.
Hmm.
I was
I'm not the
sending,
only one.
I'm sorry to
If it
hear that.
was just me and him, but we've got littles, and it worries me. It does. My husband hasn't not worked unless he was sick.
Yeah, and he just got over being sick.
Yeah, he just had a heart attack. Yeah, had heart
That's the
surgery,
bad
and he
thing.
still needs more.
Oh my God, that's right. Oh my goodness.
A kid can't be older than they are, no matter how hard. I know.
And
I
unemployment
know.
these days just doesn't cut it, does it?
Hell, no, well, he's got a even a, but I was like, that's all they give you.
Yeah.
I was like, yikes.
Well, my husband is 77 and he retired a long time ago. And it was just changing over here in Michigan, getting tougher for people to get unemployment without going to some kind of schooling or something.
Well, they canceled it. I mean, the contract was canceled, was not renewed. I mean, there's nothing. They're gonna have to look. Don't even piss with me because I'm not in the mood. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like, I don't
yeah.
know. I feel it's the way it was handled. It shouldn't have been handled. Um, they deserved. I mean, some of the people in those shifts were there um, longer than my husband. My husband was there almost 12 years at that contract.
Wow.
Some of them were there longer,
Oh my
and I
gosh.
think they deserved a little bit better than that. They got no
Yeah.
notice. They went into work on Wednesday, thought they were working their shift. We got sent home. That was it. Done deal.
Oh my
No,
God.
no, nothing. Nope,
That's
nothing.
horrible.
And what's insulting is a couple of the ladies that have been there for a long, 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 long time.
Mm-hmm.
They did offer them another. Now these women work about an hour away, so they drive almost an hour each way to go to work. So
Wow.
to add insult to injury, they turn around and say, "Well, you two we can use over at the services, but it's only $10 an hour, and it's only for 4 hours. So you want them to basically work for $20 a day because they have to pay for gas to get back and forth.
Wow. 15
So
by 10 by the time they're done buying
and
the spirits.
wait, that's not even. That's like I think it's like 65% less or more than they made that they were making at that job.
How disgusting.
Yeah, you talk about insult to injury.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't even know anybody only paid $10 an hour anymore.
Not up here in Michigan. No, it's like 22 or something like that.
I don't know how they get away with it, but probably because they're a nonprofit. But yeah, I just know that the pay was a hell of a lot less than what they were getting, what they were being paid. So
Yeah,
I
and
don't
then
know.
to drive all that way, what do you
Hmm.
pay it for? Gas? To be treated like a bum or something? No, I wouldn't do
Yeah.
that.
And I think that's what's going to save them, where will be able to get their unemployment, because they were asking them to take a significant pay cut and a significant hour cut. Going from full time to part time.
Mm,
You know,
wow. Well, I hope he can find something.
oh, that makes two of us.
Yeah. My girlfriend Carol, her husband, when they did that to him at Chrysler's, he went and turned his wood shop in the back into his hobby and just started selling and making all kind, and he made more money doing that than he did working at Chrysler's
Wow.
for the last 15 years of his life. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Never made me anything.
I think the last time, or the only time I know him to be, and I've been with him since high school, since the end of
Mhm.
high school, um, not have a job, was the couple weeks when he got out of the service,
Mm.
transitioning back into civilian life and looking for a job. And it didn't last but a week or a couple of weeks, and he was employed. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's been,
long time. Long
yeah,
time. Oh my gosh. I bet he's going out of his mind not having work to go to or anything like that.
yeah.
And I know you're punching the pillow in the closet.
Mm. And you get stressed out and you get to worry. You got a family to take care of. And like I
Right.
said, there's jobs that a couple of them he applied for.
Hmm.
He was actually more qualified than what they were looking for. But the dude told him right out, "You're 63."
Age
Mm-hmm.
discrimination. Oh
Mm-hmm.
my gosh.
Yep.
Talk about
But
the
he doesn't
world.
look 63.
Kathy, that is just rude.
Yeah. But it's life. What do you do? You know.
That is just the nasty. Here's another secret. My best friend was 70 some years old. I never got along with my own age group. So I'm like just over it all. If you don't have respect for your elders in any way, shape, or form, you don't need to be intertwining with people
Yeah.
because those are the people that are supposed to be teaching you, just like the youngers can teach us. I don't deny that. But man, you got to have respect for your elders because they're going to teach you the most.
Mm,
And I just, to hear somebody say that to your husband, that's disgusting to me.
yeah. I was kind of pissed off about it, but
Yeah. Well,
you know,
that's why you guys have each other so you can hug it out and cheer each other up and keep
hey,
moving.
Cash.
Hi, Cash. We need some of you, Cash. So, well,
He takes that kind of stuff, with
huh?
a grain of salt and keeps it on moving. I was probably more pissed off about it than he was.
Well, because, well, we have emotions and men can absorb things faster, I guess.
Mm,
I don't know. I'm one hairy little bitch when I hear bad news.
yep.
you know. Although I did hear good news today. My grandson, who's coming home from the Navy on the 19th of June.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, he's coming home for good.
Oh, he's getting out.
Yeah, and then he's gonna go over after he does his home here for I think like the summer. He's gonna go and do electrician in New York. He's already got it lined up.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah, I was so
Good for
happy to
him.
hear that. So proud of him.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and his brother was just 1 year old when I married their grandpa. So
Mm,
I grew up with them, and I'm just so proud of them.
that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna drop down, and I send you a lot of love and prayers to you and Frank. I hope everything works out.
Thanks, honey. It will. It has to.
Make sure you give the little guy a kiss. Just don't tell it's him from me. I just hope it's better. Okay,
uh,
the
all
little.
right, there.
I'm gonna call him Sergeant. All
All
right.
right, there. Thank you for coming up.
Thank you for having me. Good night. And good
Good
night.
night, hon. Well, guys, that was a little bit wild. I didn't show her live where she put the information out because I didn't want to give it any more attention. But now I'm kind of thinking I should have showed some of it. Maybe we'll do that another night or tomorrow. But really, I want to get on with some Turtle Boy shenanigans, and oh, who knows what Brittany's doing tonight. I did want to go over some of her live last night because I want to point some things out, uh, like her changing the facts of the story, and I'm going to clip it and do some shorts because number one, she said she never said that. I never said I didn't have an IEP. I never said I didn't know what it is. Oh, yes, she did. I reviewed it because I was like, what? What do you mean you don't know? You don't have what? Yeah, I will. And also, she said the reason why law enforcement was there was because she requested them because she wanted to file reports. But last night, she said the only reason why law enforcement was there was because the social worker was concerned or worried because there was no trespassing signs and a makeshift gate because it didn't make any sense why the gates were up when everything was wide open. That was just weird. But I know they didn't put them up because, yeah, no. And other things she said, yeah, there's just, and it was a long ride, but we listened to a good bit of it. There was just some there towards the end, not a lot of it that I want to go over with you because oh honey, I can't tell you what to do, Georgia girl. You're entitled to your feelings and your opinions, and you do what you think you need to do. I'm not apologizing to her for nothing. Sorry, I never fell for hers. Oh yeah, he's better than mom. Him and his 6 stitches. Oh, Green, you should see his little eye was all swollen above his eye. It was all swollen. Um, it's all swollen. And you could tell he's got a big boo boo. Um, but he's a champ, of course. He's so sweet. Cass, he didn't even cry when they numbed it up. But he said, "Mommy, Kathy, it hurt." I'm like, "I know, baby." But he didn't even cry. He's a real trooper. Now tomorrow he gets to go to school and he has horror stories to tell. Oh, look, Dal's got. Yeah, the teacher's going to have to watch him now. I really don't want him taking recess, but yeah. Or, like doing, not skipping recess, but just doing something a little different. Because for the, we need to keep that as dry as possible. But yeah, I don't know. But he did good. I just so proud of him. He's such a dude. Be like Lou says sometimes, sorry, but not sorry. Yeah, I'm not sorry for her. I will not apologize to her. I made it clear how I felt from the get go, and I haven't changed any of that. If nothing else, what has just happened pretty much secured what I was thinking and saying what me and Voices have both called out on here. And I still think she's part of the team. And this is nothing but distraction, distraction, distraction. Because now you're not talking about Tony. You're back to talking about SF. Please. Yep. Well, Misfits, it's late. I got to get kiddos up for school. I got a 2-year-old in there waiting for me to put her back to sleep because I'm sure she overtakes my bed. She's so sweet though. She is a little angel. She woke up and giving everybody else a hard time, but she won't give me. You're sorry if that helps. Sorry for what? You didn't do nothing. It really was too bad she didn't just apologize. Yeah. And she didn't. She didn't. And then, hey, the art. You just got here. She didn't apologize. That wasn't for an apology. If she was trying to apologize and admit, yeah, I look like a fool. I was so wrong. She'd have never played that kid to end out her video, her short little so-called apology video. There was no apology though. Yeah. And then she's going to come out with more. Okay, whatever. No idea. Lots of laughs. Everyone was saying sorry. It's about Julie. I'm going to catch you tomorrow. What time do you come on? Early in the day? It depends on what kind of day I'm having tomorrow. I honestly don't. Hopefully I will get. Yeah, it won't be a late night stream, not tomorrow night. So if I'm going to go live, it'll be like afternoon, early evening. Yeah. Early evening. But it won't be a late night stream tomorrow night. You were too late. Well, that's what you get for hanging out elsewhere when you should have been here. No, I'm kidding, Cash. I'm kidding. Julie, you seriously messed up. You look like a fool. And yeah, girl. But like I said, it probably won't affect her. She probably gained subs instead of lose subs. You know, she probably gained views. It's just how it works out here on these YouTube streets. And it's wild as hell. Go up to Grandma. Yeah, it's already that hot for you. Well, thank you, Georgie girl. I enjoyed you being here. All right, Misfits. I'm going to call this a night. I don't know if anybody's like, hey, always groovy. But I didn't even check. I don't know. I'm not going to be on the tubes tonight, but I will be tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you for the memberships. Thank you for the super chat. I greatly appreciate it. And Misfits, you be the best Misfit you can be. Because you know, according to Grifter, we are the lower level. We are the creme de la creme. We are the best Misfits on this street. But y'all be safe out there. I'll be seeing you around, Misfits. Do all that YouTube stuff. Do the thumbs up, the like, the share, the sub, the members. Do it all. Mods, thank you for awesome job as always. You guys are amazing. And everybody, thanks for hanging with me. Let me know what you think in the comments. If there's anything you want to look at, please let me know. Be more than glad to. All right. Be some good Misfits out there now. Make Mama Misfit proud. Night all.